It's nothing crazy. Not it just I would like depending on what kind of stream it is. Usually I'd probably do beforehand, but I'm like, nah. I think it'd be funny to do think on the spot. I haven't even thought about some of these myself. So let me just throw this game on. Who's playing Cleveland? Let me just throw this on in the back.
We believe in Cleveland or no?
Were you on YouTube or Twitch?
Should be YouTube.
It's Twitch. It's Twitch.
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the
Yay!
six? Have you ever seen a
I'm like just
snowfall?
you wait for somebody else to do something first. She's a follower.
Thank you for it. Damn it! I don't know
right
phone.
now. I be here right now.
I heard it, but I sat down too late. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
It's your cousin.
Oh.
Yay!
I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how
It
you
is interesting
talking
that
to
I've
me.
been covering.
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me.
I wouldn't care. I definitely wouldn't care about my own taste.
Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? She's a keeper legs like
I see some people really eat off. Actually, like I grew a lot off of it. Honestly, like I didn't like get a crazy stimulus, but like not knowing it's Draco saying not quite the Drake effect, but take what you can get and cut the label check. I'll take it. I'll take what I got.
If we never met, I'm there right now.
I even seen that they were saying that like Kendrick gets an extra W because he took. I noticed this too for myself. He took off the not like us copyright stuff. Like he just played a song.
Yeah, I did see that. It's smart. It's smart. 'Cause everybody's just spamming the content creation with it.
Because I did it with.
I'm finally made it out of the cycle where like I'm not seeing that shit on my timeline now. And it feels great.
I can't say that it's like gone, but it's definitely not. But
Like, the people that you see doing it, they're like,
yeah. Like, there's like 3 people on my TL that are still like obsessed. Most of us have moved on. Like, I even asked people yesterday, like, at this point, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm just listening to the records. Like, I'm not even worried about all that stuff. Like, yeah,
Rapping to a song that roasts you is crazy, man.
nah, cause I was not, cause like what, cause like people were like, oh, in his own city, and I'm like, honestly, I can't even put that on Drake. Like Toronto's a hater city, bro. Like I be hating. I have never cheered for the Raptors ever in my life until we had Kawhi. It's like I'm a part of the problem. I'm not even excluding myself. What's up, Archer? I'm not even excluding myself. Like I'm like, we got that. That's what I won't lie to you. That one, there's only one line in that song that makes me mad every time I hear it. And he's like, I'm glad D Rose is back. You didn't deserve him either. I'm like, DeRozan? I can't stand that nigga. Keep him over there. Don't ever let me see him. He had niggas calling my city LeBronto. I can't fucking stand that nigga. I don't like him. He's not him. You could have him.
That's crazy. DeRozan was my guy, bro. DeRozan was my guy.
No. Every time he saw LeBron, he turned into a bitch. And then to add insult to the wound. It's LeBron. Like, what do you? I mean, it's LeBron, nigga. Do you want to win or not?
It's LeBron, bro.
No, I don't want to hear that.
I mean,
I don't want to hear
yo,
that.
take in. If LeBron left like a year before, we probably would have made the finals.
Possibly,
True or not?
Possibly.
Hundos, because we were the best team in the East at that point. We just didn't have LeBron James.
But do you trust DeRozan against Golden State more than you trust Kawhi?
No.
There you go. We might make the finals, but we're not winning. I know we got some injury stuff. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but like I believed in Kawhi is my point. I never believed in DeRozan. See, Kyle Lowry got to redeem himself because I was looking at him funny too.
Lowry got a chance. DeRozan got shipped away, bro. It wasn't even up to him. He wanted to stay here.
Whatever, man.
Dude got sent to San Antonio, bro.
Whatever, man. But all right, let's get it. Welcome, everybody. We doing the top 10 that I said we are gonna do. So top 10 rappers, but it's not necessarily like objective. Like, ooh, this is the greatest. Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time, and it's objectively true because like that's not what we're doing. It's really our favorite 10, and we're gonna talk about why. I guess to some degree, I have some follow-up questions, so I'll give you an example. So let's say Taylor Swift is not on this list. Obviously, we're doing rappers, but let's say I say Taylor Swift, I might be like, okay, if you could recommend somebody, say somebody's like, I'm interested in becoming a Taylor Swift fan, what would be the first like album and or song you suggest to them, kind of thing? Like that's kind of how I was thinking about it. He said the Frozen Redemption. No, he's over there in Chicago stinking it up too. Stinking it up in Chicago. I told Chicago was like, we have DeRozan. And I'm like, yeah, we had him too. Have fun with that. Oh, see, Vince gets it. Vince had him in San Antonio. Like, I don't want this nigga on my team. So yeah. So we have. So we're gonna start with an honorable mentions first. So I'll start with
We're
mine.
not doing
No, shout out is like I'll do it like halfway through. I don't worry. I cut yours off. It's not on the screen. So. I'll scroll back down to it. But yeah, I want honorable mention. I was thinking basically who I had around that 11, 12 spot, and the shout out was just somebody I wanted to just show some love to that I listen to a lot, whether or not I think they're like top my favorite or whatever. So I cheat. That's why these lists always have like a top 30, but it's like 32. I be cheating. That being said, let's start with XV. Vizzy from Pop. Oh, wait. Was it L7, the Squarians? That was his like little group or whatever. If you guys ever played 2K back in the day, remember the song Awesome? How do I feel? Awesome. No. Awesome. That's him. And another song I know it's a big, like one of his big singles was Mirror's Edge. I think it goes, I feel like I'm running on walls and I don't want to touch the ground. So the reason that I liked him a lot was because he just actually was into things that I was into at the time. Like I wasn't a big Xbox guy. He liked Xbox a lot, but like he spoke to me at my nerd side because he was into like games and popular culture. He'd make like your little Goku references here and there and things of that nature. So he just resonated with me. And I know that he's like a father now and he's like not rapping the same he used to be. He did drop the Dad with the Green Backpack like a few years ago and I liked it. But he's super dope, man. He has this one song with Sci High that I really like. I like a lot too. But yeah, he's Sci the Prince. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, I fuck with him a lot. He's independent. He's not really like on the map or really like relevant anymore. But I still have like popular culture. Everybody's Nobody. Zero Heroes. Cause that's a song Smallville that I like a lot. Talking about being from Kansas, Wichita. I like that song a lot. So just wanted to show him some love because I still play him a lot. So he's one of my favorites. Lizard, we're gonna go with you next. Is he there?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm here.
Yeah.
My honorable mention is let's get there. It's honestly, I'm gonna be honest. There's like 6, 7 rappers that could have been here, but I decided to put Navy Blue. I think he's. Well, first of all, I think he's a great. I know production isn't. But I don't know, like you shouldn't take into production into account, but I think he's such a great producer now that it goes into work is insane. I think I don't know the way he raps about like. Sorry, go. My bad.
I was gonna say I think if you're a really really top notch producer and really do care about making beats, you can add like I know Dr. Dre like raps and make producers, but he's more of a producer. But like Kanye, like Kanye's ability to produce, make beats, and things of that nature. Like I would add that to his legacy because that's a very important part about him. So I don't think that's weird. But I remember you mentioning Navy Blue to me pretty recently. So let's keep going. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, he's like I like just the way he raps. Like he's just he's a he's really positive rapping about life. I mean like his family, his like ancestry, and like all that stuff.
No, not the
But he
Chance
does
the
it in
Rapper
such a-
niggas haters hear that. I love my wife. I love my wife. Ah! They don't want to hear that. And he got
Nah, it's more
divorced.
like-
I hate to see it, bro. He got divorced. But anyways, keep going.
It's not that. It's more like I love my family and I love my heritage and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And the way he raps about it is so fire. This is I put my this is my favorite album by him, which is I Diarrhea, was a 2020 album. It's actually the debut album. But yeah, actually, fun fact about him, he he was on Frank Ocean's Blonde.
Really?
Oh,
You know,
What song?
Facebook story. You know the interview, the kid?
Yeah.
That was him.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
wow.
Like
would-
he rolls with Earl sweatshirt and he's like, yeah, he's sort of a thing. So I just
It's a
learned.
deep cut.
My nigga Earl. I like Earl. He be narcoleptic on the
Shout
beat,
out to
though.
Earl.
he be narcoleptic on the beat, but I like Earl Sweatshirt a lot. I've always liked him. All right, what's your honorable mention?
Do you want me to like share, like screen share? Cause I have image here. Share, would that work?
Like,
Or do
screen
you want me
share?
to just send you
Cause I have
the file?
image here.
Hold on, I just
Share,
accidentally
would that
opened my.
work, or do you-
I accidentally opened my Okay, yeah, okay. How do I make that work? Just share.
If you would have to change formatting, I could just talk about it.
Yeah, and I'll just tell just say who it is, and I'll just Google them and throw them on the
Alright,
screen.
cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so honorable mention, he didn't quite make the cut for me. Joey Badass.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. More of his later stuff, it doesn't really resonate with me as much, but like the common theme with most of my favorite artists is they found me at a time where like my music taste was like really impressionable, and that kind of just stuck with me for a long time.
Okay.
So like Joey Badass, 1999, I think that dropped in 2011 or 2012. That was like high school for me. So like I had just discovered Dat Piff. I had just discovered Spin Real. I was going through all the mixtapes. I was listening to Chance the Rappers, the Logics. And then I think it was either my uncle or my brother put me onto Joey. I think when I was on it was my brother. He put me on to Joey when we were on a Trinidad trip.
Mhm.
And like when I got back, I was just listening to mixtape over and over. To this day, I still can't listen to one song from that mixtape without listening to the entire thing. And like
I hate
that
and
kind
love
of
albums
opened-
like that, where it's like,
You know what I mean?
like I listen to one song and now I have to hear the whole damn project.
Bro, it's like, yeah, no, you get in right at the middle. It's like, yo, nah, fuck it. Let me just, because you listen to it like it's one song. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think if an artist could do that, for me personally, that puts them up. That puts them up in the tier list for me. So, didn't quite make the top 10 just because a lot of his newer stuff doesn't really have that same effect. But 1999 is definitely like maybe top 5 or a top 10 albums for me of all time. Definitely top 1 mixtape.
Interestingly enough, Lizard brought up the Beast Coast Pro era kind of movement to me not too long ago, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I remember all of those. Like I was always there for all of that. Like I was having a time of my life. The only kind of group that was coming up that I didn't fuck with too heavy was like the ASAP Mob. It's not that I didn't not like them. I just didn't listen to them on my own. But when it came to me, I usually had a good time, and I didn't like Young Money like that because by then I hadn't liked Lil Wayne really. And I wasn't a huge Drake fan. I'm still not technically, but I have respect for Drake though.
Actually, yeah. Wait, did you first speaking of Beast Coast? You guys listened to the Beast Coast album?
I did.
The
I
one in
was-
2019. What's it called? Something out of New York.
Escape from New York. Man,
Yeah,
that used to,
I liked it.
I have such a good memory. I remember bumping that during there was like an anime
Mhm.
con during that year. I remember just bumping that all through the con. That shit was fire. But
It was a tough tape.
It was
yeah,
good.
I love Joey Badass is fire. Actually, my favorite is by him is Before the Money, I think, or whatever
Before the
it's called.
Money. That was a good
Yeah.
one too, for sure. Honestly, like that 3-tape run that he had where it was 1999, then he did Summer Nights. Summer Nights was a little bit of a downgrade, But before the money, when that dropped, that was a tough tape, bro. That was in heavy rotation for a while for me. But
Mhm.
I don't know. He kind of just fizzled out. He had so much hype around him.
He
I guess the whole
focuses
thing with
on
like,
acting a lot more these days, right? Is he in that Mr. Robot show? I don't know if that's still
Yeah.
airing, but like he's branched out. He got the Ice Cube route, I guess.
he's a pretty good actor too. He's a pretty good actor.
I haven't watched I know I saw him in that show, but I never got beyond the first season. So yeah. We're talking about our honorable mentions, Silvers. So we're just talking about Joey Badass for the time being. But give me your 10 too, since we're on you. Just give me your 10 when you're, or whoever's
Me?
next. Whoever's next. I know you didn't really
I
order
think you're
yours.
next.
Oh, okay. We can just keep going in order. Like I usually switch the order up just to not keep it super thing.
Oh,
But,
okay, cool.
but it's fine.
I can go next too.
All right, go ahead.
So number 10, ironically enough, you're just talking about him. Kanye.
Hey, talk
Yeah.
to me.
And I'm not gonna have too many like super deep cuts in this list. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a lot of just a lot of more popular dudes. But like for me, Kanye is a little bit more than just like the musician Kanye West, the producer Kanye West. He's a fashion icon. He's a
A visionary.
character, to say the least. I'm not gonna give him the visionary. He definitely has said some stuff that has come to be true, but like, you know what I mean? A broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? And he be yapping.
Mhm.
So, but no, like in terms of like breaking down barriers between like fashion and rap and breaking down barriers in terms of like black people in spaces of like high fashion and whatnot. And he also has some classic projects. Like you have the Graduations, you have the 808s, which literally changed the entire landscape of music, you know.
And
Like you
remember-
don't have a Drake without 808s.
Remember when he
and
bodied
Heartbreaks. You
50
don't have-
in the album sales for Curtis versus I think was it Graduation? Or was it?
I think that would have been Graduation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he really did
I rem-
shift it from the gangster rap to like good samples and like now you can add like Daft Punk to
Mhm.
your beat. Like he really did he changed the game for real. Like give him credit.
Yeah. And like that's still being felt to this day. That's still
Absolutely.
being felt to this day. So like I feel like he can't not be on this list. I have him at 10 just because I wouldn't say I enjoy his music as much as a lot of other people I have on this list, but like for me, I think I want to put up 808s in terms of like his most influential one, but my personal favorite is Life of Pablo.
Okay.
Just because I don't know if you guys remember when that tape was released, and he had like the whole Madison Square Garden like booked out doing I think he was premiering Yeezy season 2, and then he was premiering the album, and it was just like a whole event. He live streamed it on Tidal.
I wasn't paying
and, like, I
attention at
remember
the
I was
time. I wasn't.
Fair,
But
that for me was like a special moment just in terms of like hip hop, just being a part of that. Like obviously I wasn't physically there, but being a part of that live streaming and hearing that music first,
mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's funny because like I had just gone through all of Kanye's discography again, right? Because I kind of stopped at Yeezus. I didn't really listen to Yeezus. I didn't really like Yeezus, and I was just like, I don't know. Like at that point, Kanye just kind of fell to the wayside. It wasn't even like a fuck Kanye. It was just like sometimes it happens. It happens with people that I listen to a lot, like Jay-Z. Like if Jay-Z was still really making music right now, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention because I remember my boys like, "Yo, Nas." Nas still raps like that. Like I heard Eminem still, but I'm like, M is still rapping. Like, bro, go in the house. But no, I respect the path that he paved, like you said. The fashion, like I don't get the fashion because I'm not really into high fashion or like fashionista. Like I wear tracksuits, bro, and like in the summertime I dress like fucking Luffy. Like I'm a lame. I can't dress, but credit where credit is due. Great shoe designer. All of those things matter. But I will say this: I like Donda a lot. Donda might be my like top 3.
Yeah.
Like I really like. First, I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy Donda, the deluxe edition or whatever, especially off the grid. I love working out the off the grid, especially because I'm like, this nigga held Fabio Foreign, whatever his name is, at a gunpoint. Like, you better
Yeah,
rap your
Fabio
ass. I'm like, I've never heard this nigga rap like this in my life.
Bro, and that's the best verse that we've got from him to this day, bro. I've never heard Fabio rap like that again.
That's what I'm saying. he's like, you on a Kanye album named after my mother. You better rap. You better rap. So yeah, shout out to you.
It's funny. I was a little bit disappointed in Donda. I'm not gonna lie. Like I liked it. I just felt like it overstayed its welcome. I think that was the narrative that I was like repeating the entire time I was listening. I was like, yo, it's a lot of good songs on here, but it was like 25 songs or something like that. That's a little bit much for me.
No, I didn't have the anticipation of having to wait for it. I literally like
Fair.
a few weeks ago just went through it because I just listened to it to listen to it. The one that I probably had more expectations for was Vultures because I heard Carnival hit like #1 and he's like super canceled. And I'm like, okay, that's impressive. So I probably expected more out of that one with Ty Dolla $ign. That one didn't really move me, but yeah, man, shout out to Kanye, bro. I don't have any heat or smoke with him. It's just, it is what it is.
And those.
Lizard, you can go next.
My number 10. Shout out Boldy James. Shout out Clown Creatures. 227. Boldy James.
Yes, sir.
I don't. I think he just like he's one of the rappers that he raps about. He has a certain topic that he raps about a lot, but he does it in such a great way. Like he has he has multiple ways to paint the same picture, if that makes sense, right? Like he has multiple techniques to paint the same picture. Because he just raps about selling drugs and about the gang life, but the way he does it is so fire. Songs like you have like stuff like Manager on McNichols, which is more like somber, and it's like, and you see the in depth, like you'll see more of a dark side. You have things like Bo Jackson here. So like straight drug raps, but he does it in such a braggadocious way.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out his connection with I think honestly, there's not even a hot take. Him and Alchemist is one of the best rapper producer duos of all time. Like I'm not even saying like Bo Jackson, Price of Tea in China, what other song? Super Tecmo. There should be more, I swear.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, him and Nicholas Craven as well, said Silvers.
Oh yeah, him and Nicholas Craven, man. Honestly, I was torn between Bo Jackson and Fair Exchange, No Robbery, because that's just such a fire tape by him. Give him a good producer and he'll kill it. Like,
do you guys look down on rappers or that can't really produce or make beats? They need a good producer or not? Just out of curiosity.
No.
Okay.
No. Because it's just like, I mean, let's be honest, it's not like their job to know how to produce. It's job to know how to rap and write, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it could be additive, but like not subtractive.
Exactly.
I feel that.
I'll if you can produce, I'll be like, yo, I'll big up you. I mean, I'll that's a good thing. But if you can't produce, it's not like a bad thing, man.
Mm-hmm. Fair Exchange is one of my favorite records of that year. Great mention. Lizard's probably gonna have the most unique list. I definitely, because he's a music listener for real. I just got back and listened to music. I won't lie to you. I stuck to what I knew for like a solid 6 years, and really and truly, I deviated from rap in like 2015. Not even like on some, rap is bad. I hate it. It's just I got into Old Wonder and Alina Baraz or Urban Flora, and I just went a different path, bro. It just happened naturally. Tegan and Sarah, like I'll just listen to different shit. So it is what it is. All right, I'm going next. So my number 10 is Charles Hamilton. Sonic, what do they call it? Hamilton the Hedgehog or Sonic the Hamilton, whatever it was. This guy's a mixtape legend. This guy's one of those people with like 1,100,000 fucking mixtapes, like Gucci and those guys, like just music on music on. One day, I'm pretty sure I remember he dropped like 8 mixtapes, and I'm like, nigga, why did you do this? That being said, I know he's like bipolar, and so he's taking some really public L's or whatever. But Charles Hamilton is also one of the first rappers that I found on my own. You brought this up earlier because the Dat Piff era, just on the blogs, trying to find some music. He was one of the first that I found. That I thought his like infatuation with like Sonic was like cool and fun because I'm a Sonic kid. I like Sonic, so like I had a good time listening to his music. I think that he has a good ability to sample. Like he's one of those sample legends. Like he could sample a really good beat, like Brooklyn Girls and like I can't remember some of the others. Maybe not Brooklyn Girls. Sorry, it was it. Fuck, what's the song called? I'll find it in a second. Like he took like Marble Zone from Sonic and slowed it, and I said, "What?" I was born in 1987 and my birthday was November 10. I'm like, he's crazy. I love it. Then he had like when Sonic takes like the breath, the bum crack, like the bubble.
Yeah.
I'm like, he had that like placed out through it. Like I had a good time with it. So he was one of the kind of similar to XV. He appealed a little bit more to my nerd side, but he had this uncanny ability to say lines that like I never understood until like years, like to like listen number 6, where I'm like, oh, I get this line now. And me and one of my other homies were both really big Charles Hamilton's fans, so me and him got to like really like mark out together. But yeah, I still listen to a lot of his stuff. He came back, I think, when not Power. It's not Power. What's the other show with what's the show with Cookie and Lucius Lyon called? Fuck.
Empire.
Empire. He came back with like Rita Ora. Rita Ora. There we go. Sorry. With that what song he kind of came back then, but he's like bipolar. He's doing a lot of mental issues. I don't know what he's really doing right now, but a lot of my favorite mixtapes from him are still in my spin cycle. Like I can't say it's like it's constant, but like I might just get the itch like today in the gym, it's a Charles Hamilton day. So yeah. He was also supposed to be a part of All City Chess Club, which never happened. That was like him, Diggy, Mickey Fax, J. Cole, all kinds of people. They had like one song and nothing else ever came out after that.
What year was that?
I want to say like 2011, 2012. I'll find that. They still had that one like big song with a lot of them on it, but with like Blue, BLU, like all those guys were on it, but it never happened. Him and Asher Roth were 2 rappers I enjoyed quite a bit during that era. Yeah. Same for me too, man. Big shout to Charles Hampton. I'll go again. Since I'm here, I'll go again. So I'm gonna put Dave. So this is the one I was the most conflicted on. Dave East. I have Dave East at 9, cause I'm still pretty new to Dave East. I'd say like 2018, maybe so, or when I got into it. But I just vibe with the man's music, like Menace. I think Menace is the first song I heard. I like the song Handsome. That be making me feel good. Put that in my bag when I gotta go pick up some chicks, whatever. Like, to be calling me handsome. Is it what the fuck is the album called? Something for the Karma. I can't remember what it's called right now. But he just has a lot of music that I really like. Cause I would say he's like one of the newer kind of like rappers that I got into and immediately took a liking to him. I know he's like really. I don't know much about his life. I know he's a daughter. I know he's like really tall and used to hoop. I think he's like 6'5", something like that. He's like mad tall. But I don't know too much about the man personally. But I haven't really heard a project for him that I didn't really like. I honestly considered having Jaron Benton in this spot from Funk Volume.
Funk Volume.
But I haven't listened to Jaron Benton in a really long time. So to me, it felt like it wouldn't make sense because I definitely still like his music. Like I go back to like my grandmother's basement or something. Like I have a great time. Shut up, bitch. Like I like him, but like I haven't listened to him in a minute because I've even listened to Hopsin and Dizzy Wright pretty recently. So, anyways, I went with Dave East at number 9. If you ask me like what song I would tell people to listen to, I'd probably go with album or whatever, Karma 3. I think it's Karma 3. Let me look at my phone, make sure I have the right thing in my head. Menace, probably the first, because it's the first song I heard. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? I like this. Yeah.
You like that record?
Yeah.
I think the first time I heard him, it was him and Sos Mula on the track called Home Invasion. That shit is hard as fuck, bro.
That's a good song.
I don't know if it's I don't think it's on streaming platforms. I think it's just a YouTube exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that one gets heavy rotation still.
Yeah.
I can't add it to none of my playlists though. That's the only problem because I have everything on Spotify.
I'm definitely what you wanna call it? I'm still an iTunes guy, so
iTunes.
I still, you know, I sell the high seas and put my straw hat on and just throw it on my phone. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. So yeah. All right, Lizzie, we're coming to you.
My number 9 is Danny Brown.
I considered
Honestly,
it. I considered it.
Yeah, one of the most unique voices in hip hop. Like it's actually his shit is so unique, and like, I mean, I'm gonna sound like such a bad person, but when he was in that like when he was in that phase where he was like heavily doing drugs and he was like spiraling out, he made some of the most insane music. Like
It's always
Atrocity X,
it's also a weird thing
yeah,
to say like when they were like in a bad place in their life they made the best music. It's not like to say like I don't want you to get better, but you had shit to speak about because of the experiences you were going through. But yeah, I don't think it makes you a bad person, but I feel you on that. Go ahead though.
but yeah, like Atrocity Exhibition is one of the most unique hip hop records I've ever heard of. Like the way he just raps about, like it's like, the song, the title of the first track pretty much does is that he raps about a downward spiral and all this shit, and like how you can almost tell he's paranoid, he's like freaky, he's pretty much like a drug addict, like he's like itching for his next fix. It's so funny. But yeah, I think Atrocity, I don't know if I could recommend Atrocity Expedition as the first one because it's really like diving into the deep end for Danny Brown. But if you want a good track, I think Really Dope on that album is a good one because it features Kendrick Lamar and Danny Brown. And let's talk about how Earl Sweatshirt smoked all of them on that track.
Oh,
But, you
I know that. I know that song, and I agree. I agree.
that man's got your
But Earl's really like that. It's just that when I hear him these days, I'm like, nigga, wake up, and you start collecting ass nigga on the beat.
what?
I found out on like Wild Dia and a little bit on some of his songs on rap. I'm like, not some, maybe not on some rap songs, but I feel like he raps very low energy, which is fine. But sometimes I'm like, dog, this beat's kind of hard. Like, put some bass in your chest, in your voice, you know. So
I feel like I would definitely like him a lot more if you were to pick up the pace sometimes.
yeah, because I
Like,
find that his
the
earlier
main
rap
thing
songs,
for
he
me,
was
man.
more willing to adjust his style of rap depending on the beef. You know, Ass Milk is the first song I heard him on with Tyler. Addicts Arise, When I Arrive. I'm like, oh, who's this? I like him.
Hmm.
So,
And 2015 to 2018 Earl is that's a peak. Yeah, man, we're not. But yeah, it really does so far, man. What did the Earl say? I'm at your house, like while you got your couch in my chucks, man. It's like,
nah, I like her a lot.
Type shit.
But no, Danny
But
Brown
yeah.
was someone I had to warm up to. I didn't think he could rap like that at first because his voice pissed me off. But like when I got past that, I'm like, oh no, he's good. He's good.
he can actually rap. Actually, I think his most recent album, he doesn't really do that voice. He leans into other things, but I think like he leans more of a regular, normal voice, if that makes sense. But it's like he has like a three-peat of old XXX and Atrocity Expedition are so fire.
Mm.
Um, shout out his collab with JPEG Mafia, Scaring the Hose.
Scaring
Yep.
the hoes music.
Yo, JFAG is I just got into JFAG, so like I couldn't have him on here, but you know, shout out to JPEG Mafia, bro.
That guy's
Well,
funny.
I might vote for Donald Trump and Bald remix go crazy. I fucking love those songs, bro.
That bald remix basically is so funny, man. He's rapping on the
Yeah. He said, "Can the real Slim Shady please stand up?" I feel it. Shout out to Eminem and Eminem's. All right. Okay.
yeah.
What's your number 9?
My number 9, I got Freddie Gibbs.
Woo!
I'm not gonna lie, I got Freddie Gibbs on here. Yeah, it took me a while. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get around to Freddie Gibbs' music.
I'm still not even there yet, but
Um,
I know he's good because I've like. Sorry, just not to cut you off, just real quick. When I hear him, I like it, but it's just one. Like I just have to get around to it myself. Go ahead though.
So in terms of like, I'm gonna just sum it all up as coke rap. In terms of coke rap, I feel like nobody does it like remotely as good, in my opinion.
Maybe
Like, you have the Pusha T's
Yeah, I
that
would say
do it,
Pusha
you
T's
got,
good
like,
too.
I'm putting him above Pusha T. Just me personally, I feel like he has a better body of work.
I'm not mad at that.
Push might rap better.
Mhm.
Push might rap better, but I feel like he's been on I think a five record run. So you had Pinata, Bandana, then you had Alfredo. Four. Then
Mhm.
Soul separately. Those are like those are 4 crazy tapes, bro. Just he has some ill rappers on there too. You'll rap next to a Pusha T, you'll rap next to a Benny the Butcher, next to a Conway, and he might not out rap them, but in terms of like painting a picture, I guess, of like that game that I'm never been a part of or never been even close to in my life, It just feels a lot realer coming from him. Plus, the beat selection is just always immaculate because you have him working with like Madlib, you have him working next to Alchemist. I think Alchemist got him nominated for a Grammy off of Coke Rap. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. He's one of the least like, I guess, family friendly / marketable people, but like there he is at the Grammys.
If you had to recommend a tape, a project, an EP to start with, do you have one in mind? Because I want to get into Gibbs for real.
Definitely Alfredo.
Okay.
I say it's a pretty easy listen, and he has like a lot of like notable features on there that like he works well next to. If you fuck with Madlib's production though, I would say go back and listen to Pinata, because Pinata is also really good. But that's like
I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
Say again?
I've heard a lot of good things about Pinata.
Yeah, no, it's a great tape. It's a great tape in my opinion.
Pinata, yeah, it's a special album. Shout out, what's the recent one he did?
Soul Sold Separately?
No, the recent Bandana, my bad.
Oh, Bandana, yeah. That's a good one too. Like
actually,
honestly,
yeah.
I don't think there's a bad entry point. Like between those 4 albums, I don't think there's a bad entry point. I know he has a lot of stuff prior to that, but it wasn't really quite my speed. And it's just the more recent stuff that I fuck with a lot heavier.
Okay.
Honestly, it's hard to tell what's better, but it's better collab him and probably him and Madlib, but shout out him and Alchemist as well.
It's so funny that like y'all saying Alchemist, and I only know who that nigga is because of that Kendrick beat. I did not know who that nigga was prior to that beat. But there's so many Alchemist beats that I've heard, and I didn't realize I was the Alchemist. I'm like, I gotta get better with somebody's producer.
Did you not play GTA 3?
GTA 3?
Yeah.
That's not Vice City. Vice City is the first one I ever played.
No, the one that was just called Grand Theft Auto 3.
Nah, I've only really played Vice City and San Andreas. I'll be honest with you. I've never even played 5 like that. So
yeah, no, because he had like an entire.
But
you
know my Dukes. My Dukes not. She's not like if she see me play that game, she about to get angry. I'm not playing no Grand Theft Auto. I play that shit at other people's house. I've never owned a Grand Theft Auto game. So.
Fair.
Quickly though, speaking of Madlib and Freddie Gibbs, I heard I actually seen that Madlib teased their newest, like, it's a trilogy, right? Like you have Pinata, was it Pinata, Bandana? He teased Montana recently, so I'm hoping that comes out soon.
Ooh. Yeah, I hope that drops this year. I'm ready.
I feel it. I'll go next. All
right.
So this is like, it's not that it's controversial, just because like I know that most people when they hear me speak, I'm always like, I love Lyrical Miracle, whatever the fuck, but like I cannot pretend that Little Uzi Vert's not one of my favorites, bro. I love this nigga. I love Uzi, bro. I listen to Uzi all the time, bro. And if you ask me, it's love. I'm basic. Love Is Rage 2. That's what moved me. That's what made me a Uzi fan for real, for real. I love Love Is Rage. I actually like Eternal Take. A lot of people don't like Eternal Take. I love that. I love that album. Prices. I just went up in my price. I love that song. What's the other one? Is it Chow Man? Something like that? I can't remember the other one. But there's a lot of songs in there that I like though. I even like the Pink Tape and some of the stuff he's put out after the fact or whatever. And he has some collabs that I like with him and like Cardi and him and Trippy and stuff like that. But he's the least like lyrically gifted rapper that I have on here. But his music puts me in a good mood and good spirits, and I just like to vibe to it. And even if he kind of is more in this punk rock bag or like rock star bag, I have a good time with it. And the joke is, I didn't initially like him. I picked this GIF on purpose because this is like the first time I really heard Uzi. Like, yeah, on Bad and Bougie, and I'm like, ew, fuck this. What the fuck is going on? and like I've said a few times before, I was not on some death to mumble rap phase, but I didn't like these niggas because I was like, y'all doing things that I don't understand. Like, this is not rap music to me. Like, I didn't get it. Like, I had to grow and let it go. But like, the more I heard Uzi stuff, I think it was Neon Guts, and so I was like, that's Little Uzi, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck, that's that nigga from Bad and Bougie. But I love this record. So like, I couldn't fake the funk. So eventually I just became a fan. But yeah, man. Shout out to Uzi, bro. I don't like EXO Tour. I know it's his most popular song. I love that song. My favorite song is probably 20 Minutes.
That's
Or
honest. That's his second most. I feel that's his second most popular.
was it? I don't even know. I like 20 Minutes.
Yeah.
I like Prices a lot. I just went up in my price. I love that song. I like the song he has with Cardi. Is it the one no, that's not Magnolia. It's Shooter, something to shoot.
Shooter.
Yeah.
I woke up
Shooter.
to niggas looking like me. Talk that song. I woke up to
Oh.
niggas looking like me. So yeah,
Oh, that's a fire ass song.
yeah.
Uzi's so fire, man. Shout out Myron.
Myron's a good
Lover's
song
Rage.
too. What's the song? What's part I like? I can't slip. No, I can't miss. I love that part of the song. I'm like, yo, you go crazy. Yeah, I like.
Yeah,
Uzi,
that's
bro.
probably my favorite. But shout out Love Is Rage, man. The original one, such
I
a
like
fire
Love
ass
Is Rage. I do admit I love Love Is Rage 2, the deluxe edition, the most. But Love Is Rage originally is really good, man. And also because I'm a Scott Pilgrim guy, I like that he used a lot of Scott Pilgrim imagery in his album like covers and shit like that. That moved me tremendously.
Super Saiyan right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fire ass tape, man.
Yeah, bitch, you got me Myron. All right, Lizard number 8.
8.
C.
Shout out. It's a big crit, you know.
Forever is a
King of-
mighty long time. Sorry, just real quick. 2017 was a hard year for me to decide album of the year, bro. And this nigga was like 1B for me. Cause that I'm like, this is. Ugh. Anyways, go ahead though. Talk about Mr. Crit.
My bad. I was drinking water, but
It was wine. He's lying.
hey, man, we're not. I'm not you, man. We're not gonna do.
Hey,
It's
man.
just the first. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be the first thing, but for a southern artist in here, a southern rapper. But man, I love southern rap. But Big Crit, man, I just thought the Strength of Forever is my long time. He would be in my top 10 because this is such a amazing album.
Yeah,
Like
it's really good. I still bump it.
it's just like making a double album work is hard, and he just did that flawlessly. Like especially as a rapper, but I just love the way he can like both do braggadocious, like a lot of like one of the key marks I feel like with southern rap is that braggadocious rap where he's just like
Mm-hmm.
like Big Crit. It's like the way he comes on here and like just the way he starts Big Crit. Like the first track on Forever was really like tied the Big Crit. The way he comes on there so fire. It's just like
Yep.
temptation.
Have you kept up with his music since then? I won't even lie to you. I've heard like a couple of songs here and there, but since Forever's a Mighty Long Time, I haven't really kept up. I'll be honest.
Well, I have kept up, but it's kind of just like he doesn't. He dropped like I think 2 or 3 albums since, but I kept up. I liked his recent one, which it was more like singing because he
I'm
does
gonna
do a
write
lot of singing.
I'm gonna write it down. I want to get back into him. Now that I'm in a music mood, I have to do it while I'm in the mood. So sorry.
I know
keep
he
going.
drops like very sporadically. Like,
Honestly though, I prefer that to constant drops. This is why Kendrick going away for 5 years never bothered me. Like, yeah, go away, bro. Like, you know,
yeah.
like give me quality over quantity. As much as I like Charles Hamilton dropping like 8 mixtapes in one day, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I'm stressed out. It's too
Viper
much.
the rapper.
What's that nigga's name? NBA YoungBoy the Rook game. Like that's too much music. Slow down.
Too much.
Slow down. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Big Crit though. He's cold. He's one of them ones.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I'd recommend Forever. I know it's like a long ass album, but it's just like a perfect like perfect showing of what he can do. Like the first half is super braggadocious, hype up music, like playing the funk, all that hype music. But then you go to the second half and it's like super more like soulful and like things like songs like Keep the Devil Off, Miss Georgia Fornia,
Mm-hmm.
Everlasting, Price of Fame are such fire tracks.
Price of Fame is it's one of them ones.
Getaways, man.
Listen,
Special.
NBA YoungBoy's a special breed. He be threatening us with more music. I have only heard like a minute of NBA YoungBoy. That's when he just cause people are like, "Oh, J. Cole's dissing thing on the Secret Recipe." I'm like, "Yeah, is he?" And I like fucking J Ho muscle emoji. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying, to be honest. And I just turned it off. So
I thought of that. It's like probably for like most like normal, like I don't want to say fans, but people that just listen to it.
Mhm.
A lot of these rappers that drop recently like 2 or 3 albums a year, it probably just seems to like turn up. But if you're a really big fan, I don't think it should matter, right? Because you should probably be happy, right? Like if they're putting if you think that all the albums are great, which a lot of these fans do.
not me. You know me. I'm a critic. So if it's not up to par,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad. Don't fucking drop this
I
bullshit.
be getting burned out on it too. Like with like the Griselda rappers, bro. I feel like they drop way too frequently, which is like it's not a bad thing because it's always quality, but sometimes it's just too much to digest.
You can't rest. You have to always be like ready and alert
Yeah.
and aware. And it's like, come on, man. Like I love it, but like,
It's like, oh,
let
yeah.
me digest the other shit you just put out. Cause
Bro, I remember with West Side Gun, he dropped Hermes 8,
Mhm.
Part A, and then like 2 months later he dropped Part B. I'm like, yo, what happened, bro? I didn't know it was gonna be a 2-part.
That's such a funny title to a rap series.
Yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't know if you're allowed to.
would
say
you
it on
call it
Twitch.
Hermes?
Nah, cause I fuck Benny. I listen to Benny the most out of them, but like,
Mm.
I'm with you.
Kinda
Like,
talk-
yeah. Sometimes it's just like, listen, I love you. Music's great. Cause like I can't speak. I don't know about you guys. I'm not one of those people who is like, oh my god. Like I'll use Childish Gambino because he just dropped the album I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Hear it once. Oh my god, it's classic. It's mid or it's this. Like nigga, I need to sit with this bitch for like a week and spin it multiple times before I really have an opinion. I cannot listen to an album once and tell you good, bad, or mid. I didn't catch everything. Sometimes it takes me like 6 listens and to be like, I didn't even catch so many bars in this song. I just caught it today. I'll give you an example. Pie with like Daylight, especially with Daylight and like Absol's verse, I'm still catching shit I didn't catch the first time I listened to like Might Delete Later. So yeah. So West Side Gun is also that timing is gunshot. Alex boom boom boom. Nah. Boom. I can't. Well, I can't do it. But yeah. Nah, I love it. You have him scare off with ghosts. He's scaring the holes away with his ad libs. But you have. I love it though. I love it. All right, give me your number. Your number 8.
Number 8, I'm going with Smeezy F Baby, Smino.
Smina.
That's my guy, bro.
Why did
Still haven't seen him live. I'm kind of upset about it.
Hold on. Wait a
but,
minute. Why did I type Smino and get Billie Eilish? What just
Wait, why did you get like that?
what just happened? What just happened?
I got
What
like
did you
that for no
do?
reason.
There we go. Like, what the fuck? That was weird. Sorry, keep going. That was so funny.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Smino, another one with a album that just found me at the right time. This is like second year of college that I found Black Swan, and it was like one of those ones where it's like you're in a drought for music at the time. So this was 2014, no, it would have been 2016. So like leading up to 2016, I felt like it was a little bit of a drought in music for me personally. I know that was like a big year for music, but yeah, I was looking for a bunch of new artists and whatnot, and I just started going to school for music business at the time. So like I was meeting a bunch of new music people, and one of them put me onto Smino, and I listened to the tape, and like this was at the time where I was like commuting like an hour and a half every day for school. So like
Some of the best.
from
times
I
in
left the
music.
house,
Yeah.
from I left the house, the tape went on. When I arrived at school, the tape finished, and from then to this day, that tape is still like, I think this is probably my second favorite tape of all time.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's just he blends like the melodicness of like a Nelly, or like, you know, a kind of like sing rapper, but like he also has like the smooth flow as well, where like he'll just say some slick shit and it'll go over your head because it sounded nice. But then you go back and listen to it and be like, "Oh, that shit's crazy what he just said." You know what I mean? And it's just like fun music too. Like the beat selection is like really unique in terms of like people that were dropping at the time. Like I know you had like the Chance the Rappers and the No Names running around back then, but like he had like a really bright kind of bubbliness to it, but also he could do the dark somber type stuff as well and it not sound forced.
I
It's
used
just
to
like
be
he's
really into Chance too, with acid rap especially. Oh my god, I think that's a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
masterpiece.
I
No,
think that's
Smino's nice though. I like him. I have to get into him on my own. This is giving me this is probably why I want to do this. I need some things I want to get into. This is a good opportunity for me to get into. I'm gonna write it down too. Alfredo.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sorry,
I would
go.
I would start with Black Swan. Sorry, you can go ahead.
Nah, go because you're gonna.
No, I was gonna say I would start with Black Swan and then just work your way forward. Like you
Okay.
can listen to his album sequentially and it not feel any burnout because it's different enough from tape to tape.
And that, you know what's crazy about that? I used to not respect that. I used to hate that. Do you know what the? I don't know if I told you guys this, ever told the story on stream before. Do you know why I stopped listening to Lil Wayne? Cause I heard Lollipop. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Shawty, you want some drugs? I'm like, nah. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And now, like,
Oh,
I love Rico because Rico can just come and. Because when I first heard Rico Nasty, Rico was on like a bubblegum, like, hey Arnold, hey Arnold. And then it was like, raging. And then like punk rock, I'm like, what the fuck? I like this. She got range. Like, it's so crazy that I appreciate that now. But back then, it's like as soon as you deviated from the sound I knew you for, I just stuck my chin up. Like, no, I will not listen any further. So
no, that's just you maturing as a listener for sure.
yeah,
Like just expanding the palette too. Like I went into I think his second tape was Noir. I went into Noir thinking that it was gonna be Black Swan Part 2,
mm-hmm.
and it wasn't, but I was happy. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he could have done a Black Swan Part 2 and I enjoy it more than Black Swan Part 1.
I feel
But
that.
I enjoyed Noir differently from how I enjoyed Black Swan, which like you know what I mean? That's how you retain an audience.
Yeah,
Shout out. Yeah, I need to go into some more, but shout out his thing, Saba. You know, he works with them.
yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah,
cool
Saba's
too.
Yeah.
fire.
He had the
Man,
little the one song Hagen Dazs with was it Saba and No Name?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
supposed to make a group, but
And it never happened. You had the one song.
Never happened.
What the song like the roots? I can't remember. I haven't even heard the song in a while, but I was so hyped and I was like, wait, where's the rest? And then
Bro, I can't even go back and listen to that song because it pisses me off because the tape never dropped.
that's how I feel about All City Chess Club. I'm like this mega group. I'm like, oh shit, Mickey Fags, Cole, Diggy, Blue, whatever. Okay, Asher Roth, we lit. Charles Hampton, we lit. They had one track and never ever get anything materialized. I'm like, why did you lie to me? Why you
That
Anaya? Why do you lie to me? So
lying for no reason?
yeah,
That shit was so thing.
yeah. But shout out to Smee.
Shout out thing.
We're coming to you, Lizard. Give us 7.
My 7 is Blue.
Oh wow!
Shout out to West
I've been
Coast.
talking about it for a minute too. No, he's good. I'll be honest with you. I fell off a little bit, but I used to bump him a lot back, usually in the same era I was talking about. But talk to me. Give me a reason.
I think he has one of the best flows I've seen in hip hop.
Mhm.
I think he, like, just, I don't know. I think he just set the test of time and looking at all these albums, like, you know, Below the Heavens. We'll come back to because I have a pretty big take on that.
Okay.
Things like, what's the Blue in Exile? The other one they did, Flowers. Give me flowers before I pass. Give me my flowers before I pass. Well, I can still smell them. Such a fire tape. The recent 2020, I think that was my 2020. One of my, it was either my 2020 album of the year or my 2020. Or it's like one. It was like top 3. I mean, I think it was my thing. But Miles, such a fire album. Just the concept of like Miles Davis and how like they rapped about that. Like I think Blue Exile is such a fire ass producer thing. But you have the things like Red Hot, Long Red Hot Summer, which is long red hot Los Angeles summer night, which is a full West Coast vibe album.
Hmm.
Like he just stands the test of time, and like I need to get into his recent stuff, but because I think he just doesn't really drop bad albums, and he's such consistency. He had a full tape with Madlib, which is like getting a Madlib tape is just special, man. Like it's a hard thing to do, but I want to get back to Blow the Heavens,
Talk to me.
best West Coast album of all time. I don't think it's like I'm not even like
Kendrick Lamar,
fuck.
come outside.
Kendrick come outside, Tupac come outside, Snoop Dogg come. This is such a like. Just listen to the album and you can tell like he was
Below
on a
that-
different.
Do you think Below the Heavens is a good place to start with him from a project standpoint?
Oh, it's a perfect place. His debut
Okay.
album.
I got.
His
It's his debut.
most-
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna write it down. Even though
Songs like First Things First, No Greater Love, Cold Hearted, Blow the Heavens Part 1 and 2, My World Is. Just so like. What was the No Greater? Is it First Things? First Things First. In Remembrance is such a special trust in Remembrance. I mean, vision that you make a picture. Yeah, like just the way he was like such a like. It's one of those things where like his debut album is the best album to me, but his like other albums are still amazing. He's kind of like Nas, if that makes sense. Where like his other albums are great, but his debut album is special. Like just listen to it and you can tell it's special. But yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah, fuck Kendrick. Fuck.
You got.
West
You got.
Coast,
You
the
got.
real-
Can you give? You got like a list of. Is there any singles in your mind that pop out to you immediately? Like this is a great single. Like
single or like
Or,
songs?
or,
that were-
sorry,
I
I said single, thinking like whatever, but I just mean song, like a song that sticks out to you just immediately. Welcome back.
Dancing in the Rain is a good one.
Okay.
One of the thing. I think In Remembrance and yeah, Dancing Rains in Remembrance and The World. Yeah. Those are the two I'd recommend.
Okay. All right, Kylo, give me number 7.
We on 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 7, J. Cole.
Jermaine.
Jermaine Cole at number 7. It kind of hurts me to put him this low, but yeah, no, everybody else I just like more.
It's literally that
Like-
simple. It's literally that simple with you. Like it's not even like he's mad at me. I just like the other 6 more.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would like Cole more if he had a little bit stronger a discography, because in terms of like rappers,
Mhm.
he's like one of my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he has just a mastery of the craft at this point, especially in the most recent years. But
Yep.
like, when I found him, he was kind of just like, to me. It wasn't until he dropped what was it? Born Sinner.
Okay.
Born Sinner, I really fucked with Born Sinner as an album. Like to this day, it's still like one of my favorite albums.
I do think Sideline Stories is a weak first studio up. Like not weak, but like I don't know. Sideline Story is my least favorite project from him, probably.
Nah, I don't mind you saying it's weak. It's definitely a weak tape. Like I don't go back to it.
I can't say it's weak because some of my favorites. I feel like okay. Well, I mean, I'm doing this weird thing where I'm separating the two. Where like there's like fight back now, because everyone else is my favorite. This my number one's not a secret, but like Sideline Story has a lot of his like most popular hits where that people still spin to this day. I think maybe I don't know if Workout's on there, but like I know like God's Gift and like Sideline Story legitimately, and some of those songs are some of my favorite. Like if it's like more
You would
pop
say
songs.
those are his most popular?
I say popular from the standpoint of like it's the song you can put on and the most lowbrow people will get to it, like your workouts and whatnot. Like Workout to me is like it's a cool bop song, but it's not a J. Cole song to me, because I understand that in that era Jay-Z was forcing him to make a hit record before he can put out his actual album, and I can see that he was conflicted with that on Sideline Story, because that's not really his thing. They did Born Sinner, which I thought he did much better with. But from that moment on, he never went down that route ever again, right? So it's just like he went down his own route. But I'm not mad at that. Hey,
I feel like
he's in your top 10. I'm cool, bro. I'm happy. I'm good.
that's crazy.
I'm good.
I was gonna say I feel like I don't know some of the tracks that you named. Like I would put a couple on like Born Sinner above them, and definitely he had the most hits on Forest Hills, like without question. Like I feel at this point those are probably his most spin tracks to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But like I would put like what's the joint? Hold on, let me pull up the track list
For what album?
for Born Sinner. Power Trip
With Miguel. That's a good song.
with Miguel.
Yeah.
Fire track, bro. I still love that song to this day. What's it called? I like Forbidden Fruit, but like that's just because it's him and Kendrick, and you don't get that ever.
I like the More
Even though
Money
it's just-
interlude a lot. Jay and the
Mhm.
Snakes, Rich Niggas.
Mhm.
I like Chaining Day a lot.
I have to play Forbidden Fruit and Chaining Day right next to each other every time.
No, I'm not mad at
It's
that.
one of those ones.
Niggas know.
Crooked
New York
Smile. Crooked Smile.
Times. New York Times is the deluxe edition version, but that's at 50 and Bass. I like that. I like that song a lot. But
Mhm.
She knows. She knows. I know she knows. I don't lie to you. I like Born Sinner. Born Sinner to me, from like his more commercial poppy kind of whatever, that's his best to me. But
And I feel like it's after Born Sinner when he really, really took off.
this
because
is when
Forest
the
Hills
real
was-
J.
and, like,
Cole came out. Yeah.
And I still like when Forest Hills dropped, I still liked Born Sinner more. You know what I mean? Like I had them both in rotation, but I still liked Born Sinner more because I guess I had sat with it for a little bit longer.
Mhm.
But like actually no, I'll say even now, like I think I go back and listen to Born Sinner more often than Forest Hills. Maybe it's just because of the exposure that I've had to Forest Hills, just being on the radio so long. Like he had like a good 3 or 4 songs that like you had Firing Squad, you had the Virginity joint.
Oh, Three Adolescents? Or
Nah,
Wet
nah,
Dreams.
nah.
Or Wet Dreams.
It's- oh, yeah, yeah,
Wet
that's
Dreams.
what's called.
Oh, yeah.
Wet Dreams, yeah. And then the one other joint, the Don't Save Her. She don't no role models.
Yeah.
No role models. So like
One time
I
for
think
my
just being
LA
exposed to
sisters.
that so
One
much
time to
was
my
like
LA hoes.
yeah,
Sorry.
it was just like I think it left a little bit of a bad taste or not even a bad taste in my mouth. I just listened to it too much. So like I'll go back and listen to Born Sinner more frequently.
You know,
But
I think part of the reason Born Sinner had such a profound because this is still our cousin, but TJ. He was just playing it one day. I'm like, Cole dropped an album. I didn't fucking know. I didn't know. I was riding with him one day. He's like, honestly, I've been tapped. I don't know what was going on with me that year or that I just tapped out. I was not locked in. So like his album was out. It was a day it came out though. It was the same day, but I was like, I didn't even know. So for me, it was like a complete surprise and shock. So I think that added to my enjoyment of it. But I probably have like, I'll talk about it later when I talk about it. But I like Born Sinner, but it's not my favorite thing from Cole. But I do think it has a lot of his more mainstream poppy type of things. And I forgot I removed your thingy. Oh shit, fuck. No, don't spoil.
I feel like I'm noticing a pattern with this list that like high school is definitely my fucking formative years in terms of music taste because like all of my favorite albums and shit was just from that era.
No,
like
your point on like things being super impressionable resonated with me. Like, you know, like there's like there's a point in time where like things are gonna stick with you way more for sure, 100%.
So I'm putting Born Sinner for the album, but go listen to my Delete later too, because he's rapping his ass off on that shit, bro.
All right. So I'm gonna go twice. So I'll do 7 and 6. So this is the one that I'm interested in seeing what people are gonna say about this one because this one's very personal to me. It's Joe Budden. Joey Slaughterhouse. It's Joe Budden, man. Yeah. Ordinary Love Shit Part 1, 2, and 3 especially. I know there's a 4th part. That got me through my high school breakup, bro. I was devastated. I was so hurt, bro. My ex-girlfriend gave me an ultimatum. It was essentially between her and my best friend. I chose my best friend. But, like, I didn't want to do it, but she forced me to do it. And then seeing his, like, troubles and trials with Tahiri and his relationship and him talking about Born to Be a Leader, but a tough act to follow. And he said, pump it up. I don't dislike that song, but I think that's his best, single or whatever. But, like, he really got me through a bad breakup. Like, I used to spin those 3 songs because I think he rapped on Novocaine in the last part, part 3 for on Frank Ocean's, and like the shit that he was saying, like his situation was obviously so much worse than mine, but I could like knock it down a tier to apply it to what I was going through. And it just really, really helped me. I actually really do like Mood Music 3 and 4 especially. I think they're really great albums or projects, mixing whatever they are. But the reason that I've always, like, Joe Budden to me has the problem of, I was talking to my boy Vince about this yesterday in the group chat, and it was basically like, I think there's a lot of phenomenal rappers, spitters, lyricists, or whatever you want to call them, but they can't make songs people really want to listen to. I think he had that problem because he could rap his ass off. Slaughterhouse is amazing. Microphone is to me still one of the best like rap group songs I've ever heard. Too many Indians and no chiefs. I'll put up the pistol and I'll promote peace. Fucking Royce, Joel Ortiz, Crooked Eye, and Joe Budden, they're fucking nice. Too many blueprints, not enough architects. I'm like, dog, y'all talking to me right now. Y'all talking to me like they go crazy. He had a song with Lil Wayne, Fabo, and Tank. When it dropped, I wonder if I know that song. I have to go through it. But for this one, it's just a more personal thing. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy and tell you he's the greatest, he's the worst, or whatever. But like, I will always have love and respect for him because in a time in my life when I was going through something really emotional, he helped me through it. I was like 18, 19. I was devastated, bro, and sometimes too, what helps me get through a bad situation is perspective. Being like, Naya, like, you're in high school, like, you broke up with your girlfriend. I lost my wife. I lost the kids. I lost the house. And I'm like, damn. Like, it's not that deep.
Yo,
like,
I feel this shit.
like I'll be all right. Like, I'm 19. Like, I'll be all right. So, shout out to Joe Budden, man. If you ask me for, like, a tape or whatever, I'd say Mood Music 4. And I'd say go through Ordinary Love Shit Part 1 to 4, man. Or he has a song called NBA, I think, with French Montana. I hate that nigga, French Montana, but Never Broke Again, Never Going Broken, NBA. I like that song. So, yeah. All right. We got the first woman on my list. We spoke about her a little bit earlier. No Name. No Name is my favorite female rapper. Huge No Name fan. I think when I got into her, or I think, is her second album called Room 25? It's Telephone, Room 25, and Sundial, right?
Yeah.
I think Room 25 was already out, so I was a little bit late to her. But I remember the first time I ever heard her was on Acid Rap, on Chance's album. And I liked what she was doing on there. So she was super dope to me. And then I remember I actually definitely watched this what's it called? Tiny concert? Mini concert? The Tiny Desk. Like, I really enjoyed it. I actually, it's just so funny. I watched her recent one last night before I went to bed. I was fucking high. I was cooked and listened to it before I went to bed. But she's special. She's super like Afrocentric, biggly black, and like I would argue like a little more left leaning, whatever. So like it crushed me when her and Cole got into their little beef. I'm like, not my favorite two rappers from both genders fucking beefing. I don't want this. That hurt me. But Diddy Bop, is it Casket? Casket Drop? What the fuck is that song called again?
Casket Pretty.
Casket Pretty. I love Balloons on Sundial. Oh God, like I would just say go in order with her. She has this one song called like song like 32 or 31 or 35. I can't remember which one it is. It's when it goes like yippee ki for No Name, something. The high Q. I love that song. Like, she's different. She's cool. I like her flow. I like her style. I like the kind of like beats that she raps on and everything. And No Name is just always gonna be one of my favorites. I've been listening to a lot of more female rappers of recent. I got into Sal Rock, BK the Ruler. She's like a little all over the place. I got into Lakia. I went back into my Rap City bag. I like Lil Sims a lot. Lil Sims is if she was just around a little longer, I'd probably have her higher. But like I need to listen to her a little bit longer. Princess Nokia, I like a lot too. Obviously Tierra Whack, Rico Nasty, blah blah whatever. But like No Name to me, from like the first time that I heard those two albums, like oh no, this is my favorite female rapper, and it's probably not gonna change for a while. Even though I think a lot of those other ones I named were very talented. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Telephone was one that I found around the same time as Black Swan when I was kind of just going down that entire rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. Yeah, that one stays getting played, but I don't know. She kind of lost me after Room 25. I don't know what it was. I think it was less like her music and just more her like off the court. You know what I mean? Like
I'm with you on that, and this is why I tend not to follow anybody's like
yeah.
socials and whatever. Because like when I see her tweeting and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to see this No Name. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So-
Like the shit with J. Cole, it was just like,
Mhm.
come on, is this really what we need to be wasting energy on? Like,
And
why
he
are we
was
dropping
out.
diss-
He was really out. He was out there. He was
He was out
protesting.
there.
He was there. He was out. So she was calling out him and Kendrick or whatever for no reason. Like he was out there, but he shouldn't have made the song though. He should have just been like, bitch, whatever, man. Like so yeah. Shout out to No Name. We're coming to you. Give us your 6. Coming to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Drake's next.
I'm not mad at this at all.
Yeah, I can't not put him, even though like his more recent shit has just been, you know what I mean? Like it's been very mediocre for me.
Mm-hmm.
That run from Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If You're Reading This, the joint with Future, you had Views, you had More Life, you had the Dark Lane. Like it's a unmatched run.
I like Dark
I don't
Lane.
think any. That shit is hard. Bro.
I love that. I love that
Too
shit.
many hits, bro.
Time
There's
flies.
too many hits.
Desires. Not You Too. Fuck.
Like, you know, despite all the beef going on and whatever, he took the L. I'll admit it. He's one of my favorites, but he took the L. But he's still up there for me, bro. Like, even For All the Dogs, like when it dropped, I wasn't a big fan of it, but
It grew on you.
I went back and listened to it, and I'm like, this is all right. You know, it's very okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that initial run that he had, and again, it was at the point where I was very impressionable. But that initial run that he has, I still go back and listen to Nothing Was the Same, like at least once a week, bro. I'm not even gonna pretend.
I don't know if you see my tweets about him. I'm trying to find it. Is this blasphemy? What do you think about this tier list? So I
tier
have.
list?
If you're reading this it's too late. Anyways, I don't know if you can see. Can you see it? So
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
So I would actually put For the Dogs in C personally, but
I'm moving up more live. I'm moving up More Life and Views.
mhm.
Taking down what's the first one in A tier? What's it called? I always forget the name.
Fuck, I don't even remember. I gotta look it up. Look it up. I think
Comeback season, right?
Yeah,
Comeback
so.
season,
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think so. Yeah.
I'm taking that one down to like a C.
Okay.
I'm moving honestly, never mind up to either C or B.
Mm-hmm.
I like House. It's
I haven't
mid house,
heard.
but
Okay, go ahead.
it's mid house, but it's good mid, in my opinion.
And the other thing I wanted to show you, because I wanted to make it clear, like it's so weird, because like I've never really like hated Drake. I just never listened to him. But part of that, because I didn't like Young Money. that was maybe his fault. Because Lil Wayne pissed me. I don't know why Lil Wayne pissed me off so much with Lollipop. Because I used to love Lil Wayne. Because when I think Lil Wayne, I think of Shoddy Bound. I'm bruising up my knuckles and watching my fist bleed, so hood. Break a nigga. Because like, when I think about like hip hop and like music in a lot of ways, I think about the eras that I went through in terms of like my older siblings and family are just giving me songs that I like. And I was like, ooh, Manny Man, where's death? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing really. But like as
Bro,
my
the first time I heard Many Men was at your crib. I remember it to this day, bro.
I
That was
had
the
because
very
I
first time heard Many Men.
had the CD, so I had it. and like Destiny's Child,
Yeah.
like I had it, but like I remember when I started to think critically, and I'm starting to understand like punchlines, similes, and metaphors, right? Lil Wayne was really my intro into that, so I was a big Wayne fan for a small stretch. So I remember like break a nigga down to a decimal, and I'm like, that's that mathematics. I'm like, I'm so smart. I fucking get it. I don't know how old I am. I'm like 9. I don't know 10. Like I get it. Like I understand it. So I was having a good time with Wayne, but I want to show you. Someone had asked me what my favorite 5 Drizzy songs were. I don't know if you've seen that tweet. Let me see if I can find it.
Favorite 5.
Drizzy
Off the
Drake?
top of my head,
Oh,
I'll give you.
I found it. So here it is. So I put 8 a.m. in Charlotte, Tuscan Leather, Know Yourself, Not You Too, 5 a.m. in Toronto, and my honorable mention was Family Matters. That was quickly though. That wasn't like that was quick.
Tuscan Leather's up there.
Mhm.
Pound Cake / Paris Morton Music 2. Fuck. Passion Fruit.
Okay.
Just because that song's timeless. I'll put the joint that he has with Central C that he actually just dropped recently, that freestyle.
Mhm.
I love that song. I fucking love that song. It's a little recency bias, but I love that song.
I enjoyed it. I like Central C. I don't smoke with him.
And then I'll put recently The Shoe Fits. That song is hilarious. He dropped it on the Scary Hours, the Scary Hours edition for all the dogs. It was like a 6-pack of songs, but like he had like Alchemist beats on there, he had Conductor beats on there, and like he was like really in his rapping bag. And that's what, when Drake stops trying to make hits and just decides to rap, for me personally, that's my favorite type of Drake. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think his pen is incredibly underrated. I
feel the same, honestly.
Like not in terms of like like word flips and like metaphors and but like the flow and the shit that he's talking about that might go over your head just because you're not tapped in. Like I went back to Red Button after this whole beef shit. Dog, he basically predicted the entire beef. You know what I mean? Like if you go back to that song, it gives so much more context to what was happening at the beginning of this beef.
I was seeing that on both sides, Drake and Kendrick to some degree had prophetic songs that predicted what was going to happen. And to me, and again, Drake lost to me, but it wasn't like Drake didn't get swept or even Gentleman swept. The most generous I can give is Kendrick, is he won the 6 games. If you ask me, I'd say 7. But yeah.
I think he won the court of public opinion, which like that doesn't really matter to me, but it's what matters in rap beef. That's why Meek Mill got dust out. That's why Joe Budden didn't even get a chance to respond to him, type shit. You know what I mean? Like it was the people just don't care to hear what he had to say, bro. And he got stepped on with Family Matters, which is a crazy chess move. I give that to Kendrick.
That's really why I think Kendrick beat him, because he out maneuvered him, not necessarily out rapped him to that degree. But like, because I remember like, so the reason I have 8 a.m. in Charlotte so high is because I'm like, I see people meme this pic a lot, where like this fit a lot, where his hair is more afro, Wayne has the shit in his hair and the big coat, and there's a Dondas who I think he drew the artwork for All the Dogs.
He did.
Right? And I remember I started the song and I got about 20 seconds in, and like I did the thing where like I look at nobody, but I pretend like I'm in a sitcom looking at the camera, and I'm like, there's been like 8 punchlines. There's been 4 lines. He's really rapping. What the fuck? like I caught so much shit. Like, nigga, I like, relax. You just started the song. Like, you didn't give me a chance to like, like I have to have my critical brain working from the first fucking line. Like, relax, nigga. Goddamn. So like, I don't like when people act like he can't rap. Bao did tell me his favorite version of Drake is when he's more melodic and singing, which I found interesting. Most people tell me they like a balance or the rap side more. I will tell you, as a hip hop guy, I like when Drake is rapping. Like Tuscan Leather, when I heard that song, I'm like, I'm so mad I've never heard this. Like, nigga, oh my God, he's going crazy on this fucking song. This is amazing.
Drake over like soulful beats is like when he's in deep in his rap bag over soulful beats is special, man.
Yeah.
Special. Champagne
Like the
poetry.
champagne poetry. That's what I was just about to say, bro. With the Masego flip, oh my god,
Hmm.
that's Tuscan Leather 2 in my books, bro. Like I'm not when Certified Lover Boy dropped and that was the opening song, I was so excited, and the rest of the tape kind of disappointed me. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Like they had some good songs on there, but it wasn't quite for me.
I feel
But
it.
early Drake, bro, that run that he had, and like unfortunately it's over now, but that run that he had for me, like I don't think any other
His
artist on
his
this list
hunger
would top it.
definitely subsided a little bit. Like he didn't have the J Cole
sure.
issue where J Cole's like, did you really push your pen to the limit? Like he did. I don't know if he's gonna have that thought now, but at the for a while he did. He wasn't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's-
I pray that he does. I pray that he does.
I feel like Drake is like one of those like an NBA star, like a former NBA star. He's like in his late 30s, like he's like close. He's like, like he's obviously in the downward, but every once in a while he'll put up a 30 or 40 point game and he'll show you why he was like a superstar back
You
in
know,
the
drop like a
day.
40-point triple double and be like, I could still really hoop, nigga. Like, don't do that to me. But you know,
Now he's Westbrook.
facts. We need him to stop acting like a mob boss because we don't believe it. That's the one part I believe.
I believe that.
Like, nigga, he has money. You think I don't think he can, like, yo, go smoke this pussy? Like, of course, that's the part I believe. Like, the mob ties is the most believable part about his hardcore persona, in my opinion. He's rich. Any rich person to me could probably hire an assassin or something. Like, that's what I believe. He said, chilling, making some spaghetti for dinner. Had Drake playing around on IG and hinting that he wanted to drop. He could have won. Do Not Disturb is amazing too. I think the way this beef with Kendrick ended will force him to turn out the greatest one more time. The greatest one more time. I think the best thing for Drake to do is I would actually chill for a bit. Let the summer pass. I know you're a summer bop guy. I would just chill for like probably at most 4 months. But the next project, mixtape, EP, LP, album you put out, rap. Really fucking rap. That's what I would do. I don't know if it's the right answer or the wrong answer. Again, I'm not a Drake fan. I'm not tapped in like that. I'm pretty new. Prior to me going through his whole discography for the most part, I had only heard Demo Lane tapes, and I believe, if you're reading this is too late, whatever I Know Yourself on it. That was the only.
one.
That was the only two I had heard from top to bottom. So I hadn't heard anything else. So yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree with your tier list though in terms of like the first three. Like
Okay.
I think if you put those first three in any order, it's objectively right.
But he has classics. That's one thing that Trent said. I
Yeah.
didn't believe he has classics. But
Hondos.
all right, Lizard, you're next.
Shout out. Okay, yeah, my number 6.
Yeah.
It is
I don't know who this is. That's crazy. I actually have no idea who this is.
Rap Ferreira. Rap Ferreira.
I am not
For real.
familiar. Talk to me.
Slash Milo. He's well, he grew up. I don't think you know them, but he ran with the same groups of people like Open Mike Eagle and Bus Driver, but he's a really good like. I think he's like he's like one of those rappers that are actually poets,
Mm-hmm.
and he just like. I think one of the best things is like if you just listen to, first of all, let's think, why is 2 names? Let's just show it there. 2 names. He went with Malo first. That used to be his name, and then in like 2019 he changed it to Rap Ferreira, because just you don't want to change the name, man. That's what it is. But I just think even if his original one is Milo, where it's like his thing was. I don't want to say it doesn't have depth, but his thing was the wordplay and how he like clipped things and how he rapped in such a poetic way. Like just listen to the first track on his one of my favorite albums by him, So the Flies Don't Come by Milo. Just like just the way he starts it, like this what's that word called where it's like like when they have the same letter. It's like
Alliteration.
Homophone?
alliteration. Alliteration. Like this is the way he starts with the like just look at the lyrics of the first song and you can see like he raps in ways. And it's not like spiritual miracle where he's just rapping like to like connect things. He does it in a way it's kind of like super poetic and esoteric, but he makes it work.
Mhm.
But I think his rap, I think, to me, his peak has come in his rap era phase, especially this is album Purple Moonlight Pages. The way he was rapping about mundane shit in such a great way is so fire. Like, um, you know, he has a he has a song called Laundry, which is just him by him doing laundry. But he raps it in such a good way, and like he makes it seem so it sounds so interesting to listen to. I think he's like if you appreciate just good wordplay, uh, good wordplay, more poem esque rapping. I think you'll appreciate him. I think he does have a lot of depth to him, but he's kind of like the best part of him is just how good of a rapper he is, and like but
You
yeah,
think
he's
you think I
fire.
fuck with him? Did you put him on on the list? Actually, hold on.
I don't think I did. I honestly think I forgot him. I think
Okay.
listen to the so the flies don't come, and you'll probably see if you can fuck. Just listen to the thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you'll fuck with his wordplay, his poem like things. So you, I think you like poems at heart, right?
I do. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
poetic myself, but I enjoy them. I feel like I'm not a poetic nigga. I feel like I have like a heart of
Oh,
steel. Your the way that your jade emerald eyes sparkle in the moon, like I don't know about that to me.
But yeah, I think Purple Moonlight Page. If you're gonna, I know there's like two versions. So Rap Ferreira is more like thing, but
Mhm.
I'd say listen to that. And if you want to do Milo, I think his collab album "So the Flies Don't Come" with him and wait, who told you? Is that the yeah? No, I think "So the Flies Don't Come" is his collab album with Kenny
Mhm.
Siegel,
All
which
right,
is a
talk to.
producer. But yeah,
I was gonna say, talk
yeah.
to me about your shout out.
Shout out. I could have given a lot of shout outs because there's a lot of rappers I want to give it to, but I want to
McKinley.
shout out McKinley Dixon. He's actually a lesser known artist. I love his work, but he's lesser known, more
Mhm.
lesser known
Newer,
rapper. So I
been
want to.
around for a while, somewhere in the middle. Is he new? Like who? Like talk to me.
I mean, new for you probably. He's McKinley. I think his D can.
Like to me, anything like prior to like 2016 is like you've been in the game for a minute.
Oh no, he hasn't. I think his I mean his I think his debut album was 2018. Whereas the one that really caught my eye was the his 2011 or 2021 album, which I love, For My Mama and Anyone Who Look Like Her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he has just
I'm gonna screen.
voice and interesting.
I'm gonna screenshot this. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like he's one of those rappers that raps about like the black struggle and like growing up and that kind of thing. But he
Okay.
does such an interesting and way, and like his production is so fire. It's just like so interesting, and then you have like things and like how he raps and the way he tells stories is so interesting. I think he's gonna be such a great rapper to look at in the future and how much he can grow because he went from For My Mom and Anyone Who Looks Like Her to another great album by him called from that came out last year called Beloved Paradise Jazz, which is another similar album with black struggle, but the way he like ties it to his own life and like how his own struggles of things like growing up with the way he did is so interesting. But yeah, that's why I want to shout him out because he's not really a rapper that even like in the underground scene that people go to Rock Marciano or Ka or Mike, which are all great. I would have those are like they might have been my top 10 or 11 or honorable mention if it could have, but yeah, I wanted to shout him out.
All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna give it a peep. Cuz shout out somebody for me. Who you want to shout out? Who's your shout out?
That's I'm fucking with Rome Streets right now, bro.
Thank you.
Brother.
Thank you for
Ah,
the follow, Conch Mamba. Sorry, spell that for me.
Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy, Ren.
Hey.
What up, Ren? Yeah, I was gonna. Fuck, I gotta give it to Rome Streets or Stove God Cooks. One of the two. Two Griselda affiliates or signees. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like I would probably put them higher, or I would have put them on this list if they just had a bigger body of work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Cooks only got like one tape, and I think he has more than one, but I only really took in the one. Let me see. Yeah, you got a handful. You got a handful. I only really took in the one though. So I'm fucking with Kiss the Ring from Rome Streets and Reasonable Drought from Stove God Cooks. Coke rap, more coke rap, but I fucks with the coke rap.
Coke rap go fire, be fire, bro. Like I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
It's like, yeah, this is
What's up,
it's
God
really
Malcolm?
fun to live vicariously through you guys. Yo, what up, Malcolm?
All right, so mine. Mine's Lil Debbie. White girl
Who?
mob, Lil Debbie. Remember Krayshawn from fucking
Oh
Gucci
my
Gucci?
days.
Son, listen to me. Hey, this is kind of an unserious shout out, but like I fuck with Lil Debbie. I listen to Lil Debbie from what's up, Ratchets? That 2011 with or what's the song she had with Michelle Obama with fucking Riff Raff? Like I listen to Lil Debbie from like 2011, dog. I'm not even going into great detail. She's not lyrical miracle. She's not nice like that. She's not amazing, but like I like her music. And again, I still to this day I still listen to it. I wish Krayshawn was still around or whatever, but that's my shout out. That's it. So just keeping it whatever. But so you guys know, for everyone who just came in, we're doing a top 10 rappers tier list, but it's based on our favorites. It's not like objective, just who our favorite is. But like, so I'm going to a number 5 now. So my number 5 is Kendrick Lamar, actually. So I've said this ad nauseum. Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite rappers. I've never not said that, but I want to talk about a little bit of like my perspective on what happened recently. Kendrick Lamar is kind of like Cole, where like they just do their own thing. But though I do think Cole's personality and how you understand him and how he moves, you understand him more. Kendrick Lamar is a little bit more of an enigma. Section 80 has always been my favorite project from Kendrick Lamar, and I'm saying Kendrick Lamar for a reason. I didn't engage with much of quote unquote K Dot. The first thing I heard was Overly Dedicated and Section 80. Though I did hear, I think C4, Kendrick Lamar. I've heard that mixtape. It's cool. I think it was all right. I didn't dislike it or whatever. I like Untitled, Unmastered or Remastered, whatever it's called. I actually think Mr. Morale, the Big Stepper, is cool. I want to talk about why I'm lower on it now. I really was proud of Kendrick for the journey that he went on. As much as he fucked up a lot, and I think he like messed up his marriage and family to some degree with what he was saying and what he did with like, you know, Whitney. But like seeing how he kind of acted now, I can't tell what's real and what's fake, what's fugazi, what's just music. Like Kendrick Lamar at this point to me has become a walking contradiction, and he's tonally inconsistent. So the man, the myth, the legend that is Kendrick Lamar to me has gone down just a little bit in terms of what happened recently in this quote unquote rap beef with Drake. Though the rapper, Kendrick Lamar, I'm exactly where I was before. It hasn't really changed for me. I think Damn, I know it's probably not the great. Like I like the Pimp a Butterfly. It's not my favorite thing from him. I have to be in the mood for that album. Good Kid, Mad City, fucking classic. I think Damn is amazing because the thing that I respect the most about Kendrick Lamar, so let me talk about the big three real quick. The thing I respect the most about him is that I think that he has an uncanny ability to make a song that's supposed to be more conscious and have a stronger meaning catchy or a bop. Swimming Pools, I think it's the right song, right? Pour Up, Drink, Headshot. That's not a drinking anthem. It's an anti-drinking and peer pressure song. But because of the way he packaged it or whatever, it's a fucking bop. You get what I'm saying? All Right is about police brutality when they kill us in the street, faux show, nigga. But we gon' be all right, and we fucking jigging to that shit. Like it's lit. Like we love it. So like I've never really seen an artist with an ability to make a song where like I'm catching all the critical thinking and like the conscious stuff where I'm like, this is super dope, but he's doing it in a way where it's like, you still want to dance to it. Even though I still think Not Like Us is crazy as a quote unquote PDF file anthem, whatever you want to call it, it's crazy. But like, they're not like us. You want to crip rock to that shit. Like, how the fuck he do that? Like, one thing I've learned more and more as a hip hop fan is you can be a phenomenal rapper, a phenomenal lyricist, but nobody wants to listen to your music because it comes across as A, condescending, or B, a lecture, or just a boring ass song to a lot of people. Kendrick doesn't have that problem. He's the full package to me. Album conceptually, great. Body of work, discography, great. Rapping ability, lyricism, pen, great. Like performance on stage with little Jesus shit and his fucking crown, all of that stuff, great. The way he like choreographs a production or a concert. He's got the full package to me, which is why I've always given him his credit. So yeah. Said now that song is what made us get wasted at parties. Drank? I didn't drink to that song. I won't lie to you. But because I was when it came on, I was like, this is not a drinking anthem. I'm not taking shots to this. He can keep you engaged from start to finish without skipping around. I love it, no matter the track. Yeah, he's really good at that for the most part. Though I think the criticism on him are fair. For most people, it's the voice shit. The way he inflects and does like the tired, raspy voice. Like that bothers some people. I've heard this same criticism of Nicki Minaj, especially with the Monsterverse. Because she goes like, I mean a cheesecake. Like she's doing all these weird voice shit. I don't mind it, but I get why some people don't fuck with it. So, anyways, I wanted to give Kendrick Lamar his flowers. I don't think he gained, to me personally, in this beef, he gained nothing. I don't see him as any better or worse or higher or whatever as a rapper, but his character to me has been called into question. Because I do think Drake had some, like, you're the Black Messiah, wife enough a mixed queen, hitting cream in between for your self-esteem. And I'm like, you talking. So
Y'all don't want to listen.
yeah.
Man, shout out Kendrick, man. Shout out Good Kid, Mad City, Bad City, his best album by far.
Really? I'm mad at
I
that.
actually want to piggyback on your number 5 because my number 5 is also Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that they landed at the same spot, but I want to talk a little bit more about like discography.
Go ahead.
Because like that's kind of what does it for me for Kendrick. Like I feel like he doesn't have a bad project.
He does.
I feel like that's
he's one of the very
he
few
doesn't-
where it's like everything is high quality, even remastered, unmastered.
Yeah.
I'm still listening. He said lame copycat. I'm still listening. Just keep talking. I'm gonna pee real quick.
Bro. Like yeah. So we want to talk about Section 80. I was late to the party with Kendrick. I won't lie. I think when I started listening to him, my uncle had put me onto him like a little bit before Good Kid, Mad City dropped. But like you had mentioned prior, just the thing with the voice, like I couldn't get past that. And like I think back then I was listening to like I don't know, like Hobson and shit. So like I wasn't really quite into music as I am now in terms of just like exposure wise. But when Good Kid, Mad City dropped, I remember hearing Swimming Pools everywhere. I remember hearing Poetic Justice everywhere. But for whatever reason, I just didn't decide to listen to the tape. It wasn't until To Pimp a Butterfly dropped, because back then I was still playing in band, and like I was really into jazz and shit at the time. So hearing him like over, Terrace Martin and Thundercat, and working with like Robert Glasper and guys like this, and like I was kind of already in that ecosystem. Plus it being a more conscious album, quote unquote. Plus it being at a time where like not many people were at the forefront doing conscious albums like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's jazz, so like that was always a plus for me. So I feel like from Section 80 to Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly, Untitled, Unmastered, you saw like
Levitate.
growth with-
Levitate. Sorry.
I fucks with the Untitled 5, the joint with J-Rock.
That one's good. I think 2's my favorite. Get God on the phone. Said it won't be long. I see you
Number two.
jigaboo. That's what.
No, I fucks with number 5 just because of that first verse where he's just talking about stalking the man down and thinking about killing him until he sees him go home and hug his wife and son. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy imagery on that one, bro. Plus you have Terrace Martin on the horn, and you have I think it's just Terrace Martin on that one. I don't know who else was on it, but you had Terrace Martin playing the sax on that. Amazing, bro. And that was a fucking throwaway. You know what I mean? This guy has a throwaway record. Sorry, a throwaway tape that is better than some people's best work. You know what I mean?
Give the man credit.
Damn, I was late to the party on as well. I didn't like it when it first dropped, but like going back to it and like looking at it thematically, it has grown on me a lot more. Just in terms of you know, you could play it backwards or forward and it tells two different stories. I didn't realize that the first time I listened.
I had no it was probably like 2020 when somebody told me that. Like wickedness versus weakness. And I was like, what? Because I always found the last song confusing with Duckworth, right? With the shot at the end. So I'm like, oh, I like that. So in this version, his dad gets shot at the beginning. So he goes on the opposite path. I'm like, okay, that was dope. That's why I said conceptual albums. He's got the whole package. And that's why I can't deny him. But I've never thought he was literally the best rapper alive in that sense, though.
No.
But
I'm putting quite a few rappers above him.
Yeah.
But in terms of like body of work, arguably unmatched, bro.
That's why when Cole attacked in the 7-inch, like, that wasn't the angle, brother. I might agree to Pimp a Butterfly because I don't love it like that, but it wasn't the wave. You're not gonna win with that one.
See, the thing is, so in recent years, I haven't been able to go back to Pimp a Butterfly. I don't know why.
I have to be in the mood, but I love myself, King Kuta, and all right, I can bump those whenever. The rest, I have to be in a mood for it.
I fuck with These Walls. I fuck with You, and Mortal Man. But those are also kind of other than These Walls, those are hard songs to listen to in isolation. Like. Mortal Man is a chore to listen to. I'm not even gonna pretend. You is a fucking chore to listen to, and it comes down to like, you know, the vocal performance on it. It comes down to the themes. It's a dark ass song. You know, you can't just put that shit on after a long day of work and feel good. You know, like it might make you feel worse after work.
Honestly, I feel that.
You know what I mean? But I want to talk about Mr. Morale too, because I think that came at a really good time too, in just it being more like mental health centric, and or not even just mental health, but like
real niggas don't go to therapy. That shit.
Yeah, no, literally.
Because people, as black people, especially black men, I'm so certain at some point we've all had that thought. I'm like, nigga, therapy? I'm a real nigga. I ain't got no fucking therapy.
Need that shit.
The fuck, bro? The fuck, nigga? I'll thug it out.
Yeah, but it came at a good time for me as well, just because like that was, I don't know if that was like right after the pandemic or in the middle of it, but like
2022.
So mental health is at an all-time low for every fucking buddy. Yeah. Let's be real, you know, and just having a tape of a guy who before this didn't like he would always talk about how shit made him feel, but he would never really talk about growing from it. It was more about being haunted from it and like really learning to like address your issues and take responsibility for your issues and then quote unquote break the generational curses after you've addressed them. I feel like that came at a really good time for me personally, and I think for just black men as a whole. But I do agree with him, you know, him doubling back on this beef shit right after dropping Mr. Morale. It kind of makes me look at that tape in a different light.
Yeah. But, I mean, ultimately, like I've always said, maybe the point is just like he's just human, and humans are contradictory. They're hypocrites. They're you know, you can heal, and you know, I mean, he even says, when I saw Drake and Kanye, I was fucking confused. I guess I got some more healing to do. Like his journey's never really ending, but it was just like so weird for me for you to come back and do this because you said you're not the savior. I choose me. And now you're like, this is not just me. It's what the culture feeling. Where I'm like, this nigga is all over the place. I don't understand him. So, but yeah, shout to K-Dot, man. And the
Yeah.
Kendrick. All right. Give us number 5, Lizard.
Number 5 is Billy Woods.
Shout to Billy.
I mean, more hot takes, or I actually don't think it's hot. I mean, it's a hot take, but I actually truly believe this. He's one of the best lyricists, one of the best one of the best writers in like just in general, not even hip hop. I think just like I could
You said,
like,
fuck it. Manga, story, novel.
nah, like the way he writes shit is so like intricate, detailed, and like it's so in depth. Like I think you'll appreciate. Like there's like I mean this is kind of like not music, but he has an he's a I don't know if it came out already, but he had a book he was working on, and he's an expert excerpt or like a small like thing we wrote recently. I can send it to you, and like if you just read it, you can tell how good of a writer he is. Like you can tell like he's actually an insanely insanely good writer. But I think, hey man, you gotta tap in Akagami. You gotta tap in. These are guys. These are real writers, man. Like I promise you, if Billy Woods was more well known, he would be up there with like like Nas and thing. I can't even see he's kind of like Nas and things like that. Of terms of like I haven't really listened to Nas. I don't know how Nas does it. Like, is he like?
There's a point after I stopped listening to Nas. I would say there's a point. There's a clear cutoff, but Nas is one of them ones. I get it.
Yeah,
Illmatic is amazing. Sorry, go ahead though.
Sorry, like I just can't say if he's like a rap like he's a punchline wordplay, all that kind of rapper. But I think
He's got punchlines and stuff like that. But I would argue with Nas, that's not necessarily his strongest point. I think Jay-Z's more of a punchline rapper than Nas. But maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know if it changed because I haven't heard this shit at like 50. So yeah,
I feel like Nas is definitely like a poet before like a punchline guy.
Speaks to the streets and the people, tells a story, paints an image, also tries to find the positivity and things. Cause like one of the first Nas records that I can remember is like, I know I can be what I wanna be what I wanna be. Like I remember that song. I was like, I love that song. It was all like positive and shit. Like kids, like well, we could do it. And so, and then. Cause like Ether to me is interesting. Cause just real quick, cause Ether to me is not lyrically dense for what Nas is able to do. But he was just on some fuck this nigga, stupid bitch, you Cockafella records. It's like just juvenile. Like I always said, I think Takeover is the better song, but just like vitriol, anger, and hatred. Ether got hatred in it, bro. Like that's real hater energy. Fuck Jay-Z. Like yeah. So. Continue.
But yeah, I think he's just like the way he's able to conjure up. Yeah, like I think he's a poet. Like there's a song. I mean, there's a song. He has an album called Ethiops, which is a collab album with Preservations, which is a really good underground producer. But he has a song called No Hard Feelings, which is like the main part of the story is just basically he went to a hotel to fuck a girl, and the girl stood him up. Right, but the way he raps about it, and he like he's able to like paint that story is such an interesting, unique way. And I think he has some of the great quotables. Like there's this one quotable, like I got reminded of. It's just like I think he says, "If I lose, it was rigged. I'm the man. If I win, before settling on narrative, I took them all for a spin." Like the way you can like do
that.
the.
I like that.
Yes. Yes. I don't know if I could say this quotable. It's.
Go ahead, bro. Say it. Don't worry. If you have to center yourself. We'll get it.
Oh no, it's not. Sorry. Checkpoints. Go. Give me 1 second. I have to see if I get the proper. It should be this one, right?
Mm-hmm. I've heard of Billy Woods, but I've never listened to anything he's put out though. But there's like 2 people you mentioned I've never literally heard of, or 3. Sorry, 3.
Okay, so the line is.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go, because was it 3? Then I'll tell you my line.
No, I was just gonna say it was. Well, you brought up Navy Blue to me yesterday, so that And then it was Ferrera Milo. Wait, I guess it was just two. Never mind. Anyways, go ahead though.
Yeah, so it's a funny ass line. He's like, I'm chilling like Africans who never felt the whip.
What?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, no,
I told
no. You chilling
No,
though.
but like,
That's funny.
but yeah, I
like
think he's like one of those rappers that are actually just writers. Like, 'cause he's like if he could write a story, like write a story and all that.
it. Mhm.
And then you could see the things. I think he's also one of the most academically like he's like, I know like background thing, but like his parents are like, I think his dad was Billy Woods' parents. I know his mom was a academic.
Mhm.
Her mom was an English literature professor, which is already kind of crazy.
Not to be confused
And
with
then-
King Academics or the Academy.
And his dad was a PhD and a writer and philosopher.
So he comes from a very cerebral background. So his cerebral horsepower is very powerful, as we saying. He's some Black Thought type shit, like the Black Thought be some
Yeah.
shit. Where I'm like, oh my god. I heard him
I think
recently
he'll-
say he scared J. Cole off of us. Shut the fuck up. I don't believe that. But yeah.
I mean, he's probably the only one of the few rappers that could probably say that, but I don't think it's true either.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to. I don't think Cole wants to rap after Black Thought, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Very few
I
rappers
I
would
don't
want
think
to.
I don't think Cole's afraid to rap with anybody. But that doesn't mean
I don't think he's afraid.
that
to.
doesn't mean that he will win though. Black Thought's one of the
No.
ones where when I talk about Penn,
No, he's the one in my books. He's the one.
like for me, it's like I would do it. Like, all right, let's do it. But I kid you not, you get like I say there's 10 songs, you get the 10 greatest verses I've ever written. Cause I'm in the fucking gym. I am in the fuck. I have weighted clothing on in the goddamn hyperbolic time chamber. I'm about to give you the greatest verse I've ever written in the history of my fucking life. Cause I know if I don't, I'm getting smoked. So yeah. Give us your four though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy Woods. I'm gonna screenshot this too. I wanna give him.
I want
a
to
chance.
send you. Sorry, I want to send you quickly his excerpt of the the writing he did, because I think you're a writer, right? So I think you'd really appreciate
Yeah. Send it
what
to
he
me.
can
Send it to me.
what he can do. Sorry, it's
Mm.
great.
You're sending it now or
Mine
later?
I'm sending it now. It's just on your Twitter DM, so you can just check it out whenever. you want.
Ah, my nigga, Pinks. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, Pink Seafood, the most versatile rapper I've ever seen. Like he
Just to chat. He just put me on him. I've loved everything I've heard so far. I just got into him so far. But shout out to Pinks. Well, go ahead though. Talk to me.
like, I mean, he's another southern artist. You get the thing. I love southern rappers are great, but just like he's so. How do I? He's kind of like Kyle. Well, I'll just talk about him first. I think he's a great rapper. I think he's like he has a pretty unique voice. It's more low key, low tone kind of voice. It's kind of like chill, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Niall understand, like, if you listen to his voice, it's not like he's super energetic all the time. He's more like
You know,
calming.
you know how like not to use this stupid nigga, but like blicky ya, oh, what the sticky ya? Like he's not he's not aggressive like that. He's composed. He's chilling.
yeah.
He's not
But-
it's not sleepy like Earl though.
Nah, it's not sleepy.
Earl be half like I know I keep saying narcoleptic. It's my favorite way of describing it. Come like Earl, did you just wake up and did someone wake you up and like yo rap and your eyes are half closed with yampy in your eye and you start rapping? Wake up, nigga. Go ahead though. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I just love. First of all, just just like obviously I'll talk about rapping, like his unique style and his thing. But I love how versatile. I talked about it before, but like this is my favorite album by him, Gumbo, which is a full Southern album, which makes sense with the name Gumbo, right? That's a Southern food, and like all the things. But then
Sure.
you have my second favorite album by him, Ensley, which is more of a what's it called?
That's on the list.
Low. Yeah, Ensley is more of a, I don't want to say low key, more like a buttery smooth soulful album, a soulful rap album. If that makes sense. But then he has songs like Pink. I mean, he has a collab album called Fly Sifu with Fly Anakin, which is a good, another more like rap. I don't say rappy rap album.
You said using gumbo and being from Alabama is a crime. Gumbo's what? New Orleans? I'm not American, so I'm from Toronto. I'm Canadian, so help me out.
Yeah, no, that's just from Louisiana. Malcolm's from Louisiana. That's what he's
Okay.
mad about.
Louisiana shit.
Hey man, you would appreciate this album then.
That's funny as fuck.
And it's like, I mean, this is not rap, but he has another album which I can't say the name.
Oh,
It's-
wait, fuck, what was it? Shit.
It's the N word with a O.
No, I remember. I looked this one up. You told me. Why is that coming to me? Give me a second. I'll look it up in a sec. But nah. Shout out to
NE with
yeah.
O. Yeah, obvious. But that's like a full punk, like rebel black. So I mean, a lot of his thing is black thing, but that's like a full on like. It's like such a left turn, but he did it so well. But then he came back in that was 2020. Next year he dropped Gumbo, which is full on southern hype rap. But I think he's kind of like, he reminds me of Kanye and like Travis in like the way they're able to bring so many different people into one group and like one album make it work. You know, it's like well,
All right. I'm gonna go next.
no.
Unless you're done. Sorry. If you're not done, keep going. My bad.
Sorry, I just want to. Yeah, I think he's a great artist.
How long have you listened to him? Just out of curiosity. Like how long?
I'd say at least 2018, 2018, I think 2019.
That's well long. That's
It's
not,
after Ensley. It's before the
That's long
2020 album.
That's long enough. That's one of those.
But
Just
yeah,
curious.
I'd say listen to Gumbo or Ensley. I think both are great introductions, but they're both different stylistically.
I'll do Gumbo
and,
after because you gave me one with him and what's his name? Give me a second.
Fly Anakin. That's
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
to give a taste of both of them, or like
Yeah.
taste of what they can do.
So my number 4 is actually Khalid's honorable mention. I love Joey Badass. Even still, like when he came back with the Revenge, I think is it the Revenge? Hold on, let me.
Which one?
Yes, the Revenge. Hold on, I'm just playing it. Fuck it.
Really out for blood this time, look.
I was so hyped when he dropped this in like 20 whatever it was.
I just came
Back for the win. I thought the album, like the little album 200 whatever 2000, sorry, was really good. But I want to go back to me saying 2017 was a very hard year for me to pick album of the year because of Flower Boy, I think 444 amongst other things, but also Big Crit, Forever and Never Long Time. All American Badass ended up being my album of the year that year. And All American Badass has one of my favorite songs of all time. Now, you have to understand, because already, my number 1 is not a secret to anybody who knows me, because everyone knows my favorite rapper is J. Cole, but this one J. Cole wasn't a feature nigga. Legendary? You have Cole on here, bitch? That's how you know Cole respects you. You know what I'm saying? But Devastated, Temptation, but especially Babylon. That song moves me. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. I love to this day Babylon. I love that song, like what it speaks to with police brutality and the plight of black people and things of that nature. Like that song truly speaks to me. And every time I play it, like I get in my like Malcolm X activist bag, or whatever you want to call it, my Afrocentric dashiki, like it moves me to that degree. So like Joey Badass to me, I'm pro era, Beast Coast movement back from 1999, all those things. Like I just think it's an incredible catalog. And like sometimes for me, even if you're not constantly putting out new music or even new music that I particularly love, as long as that body of work from the olden days is really solid, I'm not upset. Like he has a solid body of work up until now. I don't think 2000 is his best album ever, but I still like it a lot. But All American Badass is probably my favorite thing he's ever put out from the album standpoint. Maybe it's a mixtape or something or joint thing that I like more. But yeah, them niggas, Flatbush, all those guys, fuck with them heavy, bro. Heavy. Michi Darko, love that nigga.
Yeah, no, I feel like Meech has one of the best rap voices. I'm not gonna lie.
I won't.
Like, up there
I
with,
just. You know what's crazy? Is maybe like 4 days ago, I didn't know he dropped a single or like a solo album,
Yeah.
Gothic Luxury. I've been bumping that like the
Mhm.
last 4 days.
It's pretty tough.
I like
pretty
it.
tough.
I like it. I average 50.
I'm
I don't
surprised
feel
you're
the need
putting
to
All
pass to you
American
niggas.
Badass so high though.
Really?
That's surprising to me.
I like it a lot. I do. Devastated, Temptations, Babylon. Like I don't know. I think it's a good album. I do. Maybe it's not his best. Probably it might just be my favorite. Like if I do the thing, like remember earlier we talked about like is this the best rappers, with us trying to be as impartial, as unbiased, and as objective as we can be. I'd probably not have it that high for Joey specifically, but in terms of talking to me, Nia Hemmings, yeah,
Yeah, your favorite.
yeah, it moved me tremendously.
All right.
You're next, brother.
Yeah, number 4, I got Outkast.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
So
All right. Go ahead though.
I'm taking both of them
Mhm.
just because their bodies of work together pretty much trumps anything that they've dropped solo. So there's a caveat for Outkast. Growing up, my mom was a big Outkast fan,
Mhm.
and I think Outkast was probably the first like rap that I listened to. Cause like growing up, it was just straight like roots and culture in my house. My dad's just playing straight reggae, straight
Mhm.
Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Capleton.
Some Juju. What is
But
his name? Juju Banton, or whatever his name is. Something
Buju
Banton. There you
Banton,
go,
all
yeah.
them, like all
Yeah.
them, man.
Old
But
school
like
reggae thing.
my mom used to play she played like Jamiroquai, she played fucking, Arrested Development, and she would play Outkast. And like I remember I don't remember, but I remember hearing stories about how when I was a kid and fuck, what was it? I think Spodioti Dopalicious. When that shit would come on, and I have like a little 2-step dance that I'd be doing from when I was a baby to that song. So like that shit resonate. I don't think anything else resonated with me earlier than Outkast. So that's why it just has like a special place in my heart. But
I feel that.
also, if you just want to talk objectively, like discography wise, like you have Stankonia, which is just solid. You have fucking Aquemini, which is a classic. You have, Speaker Box Love Below, the dual joint, which is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? And like they had radio hits in a time where like it was damn near impossible for Southern artists to, you know, really blow up on that level. They really had to, pave the way for most Southern artists back then. So, yeah, that's why they're up there for me. If we're talking about like recommendations, I would say Enter at Aquemini, just because it probably has like the most recognizable songs that you would fuck with. But also, I wanted to talk about people kind of leaving Big Boy out of the equation when they're talking about goats.
Mhm.
I feel like in terms of pen, they're comparable, Andre and him.
Interesting.
And yeah, I feel like Andre is.
I think
just
there's a, I think there's a
little
clear.
bit-
I think there's a. I don't think Big Boy can't rap, but I think Andre's clearly better. Like that's how I would put it, personally. That's in my opinion.
I think Andre's the better, like. I think he's a better storyteller, like by
Okay.
far.
Mhm.
I think by far he's the better storyteller. And I think that resonates a lot more with people. Also, he just has he has a smoother voice. He has better delivery. But if we're talking like flow wise and like lyricism wise, I think they're comparable. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because like I feel like they complete each other too. Like you get Flow Rider. All right, shut up, bro. Minor misspeak.
Not
No,
Florida.
no, but I feel like they complete each other. Like
There are two
the
halves. of a
reason
coin,
why
for
they
sure, for sure.
haven't really been as successful on their own rather than when they were together is because they're two halves of the whole, which is Outkast as a whole. And
I-
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't have this like I have like a I don't say controversial take, but I have like this opinion that a lot of the people that leave, not a lot of, I feel like some people that leave out Andre in there and take a Big Boy out, it just do that because Andre's always in the, like, you just see Andre in the top 10 and they have to put in the top 10 rather than them actually being listening to and being and taking in and actually digesting Outkast albums.
This is like
I agree.
this is
I
like how
agree.
earlier we spoke about, favorites versus best, where it's like I'm not interested in hearing a Fugazi. I have to put Biggie, Nas, Eminem, Andre, like because that's just like what the general consensus is. I'm not interested in that. I want to know what's really in your heart. Lizard reminded me of a clip of Tyler the Creator being like, I don't want you to give me your pretentious top 5. Tell me I like Doop De Woo because you associate it with a birthday where your sister bought you the CD and you're on the bouncy house and you remember the song in the album. Like that's more what I was interested in. I don't care about the objectivity thing. Like, what the fuck do you like? Because I'm one of those people that don't think that with art, especially with like I could do one like again, but the thing that the caveat I always say, God Malcolm, is like, I will just tell you I'm going to be as objective, as unbiased, and as impartial as I can be. There's no people who really think they're being objective about something. You're not a robot. You're not just data and ones and zeros. You can't do that. Your socialization, how you grew up, your psychology, long-term, short-term, all of those things are going to factor into your opinion, your political outview on life, your idealism on life, like ideas on life. Like those are things that are just like in the subconscious of your mind. You can't run from that, no matter how objective you think you're being. To the point, I always make the joke, you want me to be objective about a manga? Okay. One Piece is written and drawn by Ichiro Oda. That's an objective statement. But if I say Enies Lobbies is the best arc because, I might make a good case. I'm going to have a lot of logic and reason in why I think it's the best arc, but that's an opinion. No matter how you spin it, it's a fucking opinion. You get me? So with music is objective to me. So I'm not interested in your I have to put Eminem, Tupac, Biggie. No. Who's in your heart? That's what I want.
Honestly, if you're being 100% unreal, the objective top 10 is not like, it's literally just regurgitating the it's not even objective, it's just the most what's the word called, the most commonly accepted top 10 basically.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
And we've all heard that conversation 1,000 times before. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know this nigga's on my shirt, but I'm a Pac fan, bro. I'm not. You heard an ad? Yeah, no, wait. All right. Well, yeah, shout out. Okay, so just out of curiosity, do you have a favorite out of the two? Or not really?
3 Stacks.
Okay.
3 Stacks for sure.
Cause I probably would have put Flatbush in here if I thought about groups, but because I love them so much, but I can always tell you Michi's my favorite. So out of the group.
No, I like Eric. I like Eric a little bit more than Michi.
I'm not mad at that. I think they're all. I like them all, but Michi's always my favorite. Always, just always. I'm always waiting for him to come. I laugh at you niggas.
I'll definitely put
50.
3 Stacks above
Big Boy.
I put 3 Stacks above Big Boy because I liked The Love Below better than Speaker Box. But that shit had Prototype on it. Like, I can't say anything else. That shit had fucking Dracula's Wedding on it, bro. Like, it's just a fun tape, bro. It's very fucking fun. Like, I think I was in the car earlier today listening to Prototype. So yeah, no, definitely 3 Stacks over Big Boy for me. But like, I feel like people are doing Big Boy a huge disservice by leaving him out of those conversations, because bro, he rapped right next to that guy, and I don't think at any point it felt like 3 Stacks was rapping circles around him. So
I'm with you on that. What was that? Everyone number 4?
Believe so.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll go again. So, my number 3 is Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator. Now, Tyler is one of the very few people that I truly believe doesn't have a bad project. I know some people might say Goblin or Bastard are not good, or the Wolf trilogy. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that, blood. I don't agree with them thing there. Tyler, the Creator, is special to me, man. His journey, watching him grow and evolve as a human, but mostly as an artist, was awesome. When Flower Boy came out, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, and Call Me If You Get Lost to Your State Stale. Though I like Cherry Bomb. I think Cherry Bomb is the album with the highest highs and the lowest lows. Cause like, you know what I noticed too, just a small side point. Tyler and Lil Wayne never fucking misses. Never.
Ever.
Never. For whatever reason, with Lil Wayne hops in a track with Tyler, they go dumb. Smuckers, don't play with me, bro.
Like, oh my god.
Do not
that's
play.
one of my favorite times.
Don't, right? Like, do not play with me, bro. Like, don't play with me. Like, that shit is fire. Wayne never miss. This nigga think my voice. I'm sorry. But Tyler, it's funny because if you had asked me this probably like a while ago, I would have probably had Earl where Tyler is. But Tyler to me is it's like more like it's the full package. First of all, don't play with that nigga's pen and rapping ability. He could fucking rap. We're not gonna play. He could fucking rap his ass off. Kid Rock. Kid Rock rapping? Yeah. He showed me his range of music ability and talent and production and things of that nature with Flower Boy, Igor, and everything. I love Earthquake. I love I like 911 Mr. Lonely. 911 call me. 911 911. Sorry Not Sorry. Oh my god. Dogtooth. Oh my fuck.
Dogtooth is fire.
I think Boy Has a Gun is dope. See You Again I like a lot too. I love Analog. You could would you meet me and meet me by the lake. I like the song with Frank. What's the one? Is it She? Yeah. Whew, like this nigga is incredible. Like he's an incredible body of work and artist, and he can do it in so many ways. Like he's more than a rapper. He's an artist. I don't know what the dressing and the style and shit. I'm not a fashion nigga. You guys could tell me what you think on that front, but he will always be one of my favorites, man. I've been an Odd Future guy, whatever, since like 2009. I think where the first one came out? Bastard. Is it Goblin? I can't remember his first one.
Bastard, bro.
That Bastard was the first one.
Is that 2009?
2010.
Okay, 2010. Because Yonkers
Goblin.
Yonkers wasn't the first song I heard from him. It wasn't Yonkers. I actually
Probably heard him in like Blog Era then.
Yeah. Cause what should I call it? I listened to Hopsin probably just a few months earlier than Tyler. And I think I seen the Hopsin mocking the song and Ill Mind of Hopsin 4 or whatever it was before I seen Yonkers. It wasn't too far apart, but anywho, incredibly talented. Pen is incredible. This nigga's voice is unique. When it comes to the track, I know it's him. He's fucking deep and demonic. You know, like I can't even imitate it. But Tyler's my man's, bro. And I think Igor, Flower Boy, Estate Stale, Bastard, Wolf, Goblin, I'm forgetting one. Cherry Bomb, all 7. Even the OF tape with Oldie and shit, I think it's all great. I don't think he has a single miss.
Hey, I have a couple things. How about his Christmas album?
The Grinch joint?
Did I hear that? I don't know if I've heard that, honestly.
I haven't listened to it.
I don't think that counts, but I love Tyler. I was talking to Naya about this, but I seen like this like short TikTok thing where he's like he was talking about like how he loved proving people wrong. Like he's like, you know, people said I couldn't sing, I couldn't do that, I couldn't do this, you know, I couldn't write a song right. So I did Flower Boy, and they said, "Oh, you know, he can't sing, he can't do that." He's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make Igor." He's like, "That's gonna be my biggest song." He knows like the confidence to back up your words like that is insanely well. But speaking of Tyler, I think
wait, hold on, you forgot. Then after he met Igor, they're like, "Well, this is good, but he can't rap no more." So he's like, "Why do you niggas keep playing with me?" Like, nigga, I can still rap. So then he dropped the Estate Sale or Call Me If You Get Lost. Like, don't act like he can't. Like, that nigga can rap, bro. Go ahead though. Sorry.
But yeah, one of the most, I don't know if it's underrated, but one of the most a song I really love that I don't think it's talked about because it's kind of a loose. He's Okra. Like it's just on his
Mhm.
YouTube channel. But Okra so far, the way rapping on that is just like, and that was like with him during I think that was 27. That was like Flower Boy era. So he's in that more of that pop aesthetic type of thing. But he just drops his hard ass bar.
Mhm.
Hard ass thing is like he can rap when he wants to. But yeah.
Yeah, man, and I also give him credit for. I mean, honestly, I would fuck. It's so crazy because I can't remember so many of these niggas from Odd Future anymore. But I would say like the main four. I'm not super. I'm not a super Frank guy, but I like Frank. I'm not a super Frank guy, but like Sid from the internet,
Mhm.
Earl, Tyler.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, Frank. Those are like the top four. But I like Jasper. Is somebody? Is
Jasper.
Jasper Taco? I'm
Taco.
saying mellow height,
Bro,
but it's
even
left brain and what's the other
Br-
guy's called? We get fuck is his name?
Haji.
Haji Beats, right?
Yeah.
He's in the song Rella. He's like knock knock, who's there? It's me,
Yeah.
your girlfriend. Something like me
Mhm.
with dick. Like I thought he was solid. Thought he was solid. So I can't remember all the
Bro, it's
members.
funny to see like how successful all of like in they all went
Mhm.
into like separate lanes pretty much. Like you have Earl doing whatever Earl does, you know, you have Sid with the internet, and then the internet you got Steve Lacy out of that.
Mhm.
Then you have fucking in the other direction, you know, Damo, he worked with Matt Miller a lot. You know, you had fuck even Lionel, bro. Lionel's on that one TV show,
Lord
the
of
one about the
Squad.
restaurant.
Oh,
No, not he was on Loader Squad too, but it's a more recent joint. He actually just won an Emmy for it. Fucking The Bear, the
ooh,
one about a restaurant.
that makes me
And
happy
like
to
I
see they're
think
all thriving though. I love that. The
he
bear, yeah, Scope
he
said the
acted
bear.
in it and he also wrote for it. You know what I mean? So like all of those guys went on to I think that's the only like quote unquote rap collective that and I guess it wasn't just a rap collective, it was a creative collective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that's the only one where like pretty much all of them went on to be successful in one way or another.
You know, Frank Ocean quit music.
I've been hearing things like he's an asshole and he's a dickhead and all kinds. I don't know if that's true or not, but
And all
but
I know, he was selling rings for Partsec.
mm. But yeah, man.
But you know,
Shout out to Tyler
if
though.
he drops something, that shit gonna hit the streets like crack.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Tyler. He's special to me. I'm also excited to see what he's gonna do, but like, he's also a reason why some other people that I have a high amount of respect for, like Earl Sweater, because Ass Milk is the first song I ever heard Earl on. Addicts Arise. When I arrive, and I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? I like him. All right, Lizard, number 3.
Funny you said.
I know.
Tyler,
That's why I went to you after. Talk to me.
Hey man, Earl Sweatshirt.
Thebe.
Or
Thebe.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, neither do
But
I.
hey man, one of the best pure rappers. I mean, yeah. I honestly we'll just start with the fact that he's one of the best pure rappers I've seen. Like he can go with the best of them if he needs to. Like I mean, just a song. We talked about it before, but this I talked about it before in the song. But the song "Really Though" by uh what's it called? "Really Though" by Danny Brown, where he pretty much beat Absol, Danny Brown, and Kendrick in a verse, which is pretty hard to do, if that makes sense. Well, it's hard to do. Obviously, it makes sense. But I just love Earl. Like I think he's one of the best lyricists, and I think he's one of the best. Like he's such hard hitting and interesting, uh, production, interesting wordplay and things. But just like that run from "I don't like shit, I don't go outside" to underrated one I think most people don't talk about is "Solace" by him. That's like an EP song he's dropped, which is one of some of my favorite bars by him. Which is like, let me see something. And then his "Crown of Jewel," some rap songs, which I'll talk about it later. But some rap songs was fighting for my favorite album of 2018. It was like 1A, 1B with another album we'll talk about soon.
I heard it this year for the first time, but it's phenomenal. That in voir dire. So
It's such an like you talk about like all these artists, there's certain events. I just remember where like the event of some like the first single "Nowhere to Go" coming out,
Mhm.
And like I was like, I don't know if I fuck with it, but then it was like crack where I just listened to it more and more. And I'm like, yeah, this is just. But like Earl, so like is yeah, Solus is more of a that's one of the albums that's really it's like EP, but it's like you could tell he was in the gutter. It's like uh, what did that man say? 1 foot stuck in a tar pit of my ways.
Mhm. And your favorite bar is jacking off the buffering vids of Asheroth, chicken applesauce. That's your favorite line, right? I think you told me that yesterday, right?
No, and
I'm a hot and bothered. I won't lie to you. I was an edgy nigga, so I used to sing that shit out the top of my lungs. I'm a hot and bothered astronaut. I'm like, they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Hey man, the
My,
buffering.
my favorite verse from him is still off of Channel Orange.
Oh, that's
I'm not mad at that.
super rich.
Oh,
Yeah.
Super Rich Kids. I love that song, bro. I love that verse too.
I gotta
And he
think
just
about
like
that.
cuts it short too.
I gotta think, but Earl's special, man. He's special. Like if I have like top 30 artists, Earl will be there.
He's like, yeah, I think I was talking about it for 2015 to 2018, and one of the things I love about him is how much you can tell how the like his workplace and like the things that are going on in life affect him. Because you have like I don't like shit, I don't go outside, and that's a true story. That during that era, he was pretty much cooped in that one place. You could see that song, which is like more like in the album, which is dark and more like you could tell he was like you could tell in the music it came out like he was isolated and all that. But some of the fire bars like DNA, that him and Vince is an undefeated duo.
Shout out to Vince
Solus,
Staples.
I love how he raps about
Oh.
like mental health and like how he does it in an interesting way.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Like-
I'll run by and grab something later. Then.
Like I was gonna keep going to Solus because such amazing bars like time waits for no man and death waits with cold hands. I'm the youngest old man I know. It's like
Special,
me, like-
different.
But yeah, I mean, let me, because I want to talk about, I even talked about 2018. I know, honestly, I can't give credit for Earl for doing this movie. I think the credit should go to the rapper called Mike. But I love how after going through that, I don't like shit phase and all that thing, he tapped in with these guys and Mike and all his crew, the Mike crew,
Yeah.
where he was like, and he did that soulful, more black and like,
He's a dad now too, or I think I see him in an interview saying he's a father now, right?
oh yeah, he had a kid like pretty recently.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
I
man.
haven't seen-
Seeing his growth as a human has been interesting because I know he was his mom put him in that whatever the fuck and they hit him away and they're like free Earl. Also, like he's had an interesting come up and growth and all of those things. But I really do think he's one of the greatest, just like you said, pure lyricist, just writing like pen whatever. And like he was in Odd Future like 15 with like Earl, like the first tape whatever he had.
yeah.
And I'm like, this nigga's 15. Like, I'm 15. I was a pretty smart kid, you know. I was like, especially when it comes to like, you know, your ability to like think and critical think and stuff. But I could never come up with something like that. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Shove a
Yeah,
trumpet up her butt when dick is having cuts.
I just, yeah, man, he's so. I just want to talk about some rap songs for a bit because it's such a fire.
No,
album
go
to
ahead,
me,
because it's fire. It's fire. It's fire.
Because just
I have
like
it here too.
obviously
I'm going to show it on my
the
screen.
background of it is pretty tragic because
Mhm.
I think it was supposed to be a pretty helpful and like uplifting album, like because he's always had a strained relationship with his dad, and I know we'll talk about this, but I know we
And he
talked
like
about
passed
how
away before you could really reconcile that, right?
yeah. Because this was with the album there. I know I talked about Billy Wood's parents being insanely like academically charged, but I think Earl Sweatshirts might be more. His mom is Sheila Harris, which is an insanely one of the greatest professors of law and like the things like her field is she's like one of the greatest of her field, and like just having that as your mother.
Mhm.
But his father was the poet laureate of South Africa, which if you guys don't know, that basically meant he was like the country's poet. Like he was like the like he represented you know South Africa as a poet, which is like the highest pretty much the highest thing you can get for a poet laureate.
I
The
don't remember.
boy-
I don't
yeah,
remember
first-
exactly where his dad is from in Africa. I don't remember.
Oh no, it's South Africa. Yeah, South Africa.
South Africa. Okay, go ahead
Forgot that was a gun.
though. It's okay.
Nah, but yeah, it's like you can see it. I mean, his dad isn't there, but you can see it in his mom. Like he has such a great thing, but it's such a sad like such a sad album in the context. And that's why the song Peanut, which is his, I know Peanut's probably one of the more hard songs to listen to, but like you can see the desperation, like the despair of having your, imagine like having your dad, like a dad, like a strained relationship with your dad, your brother fix it, and then he passes away. But I just think this album is such a perfect album. It loops perfectly. Like if you, I can listen to this album, listen to start from Shattered Dreams all the way to what's the last man? Such a fraud. Riot, which is just a sample, jazz sample flip of his uncle. But he has such fire bars in here. One of my favorite tracks on here is Azucar by him, which is actually produced by Navy Blue. Where he just said that song is like, I only get better with time. That's why my mom says. Like, man, I felt that, man. I only get better with time.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Some Rap Song is a special album, and I think I love how it pushed this like this movement of the rap things that he wanted to do with Mike and all these people, Mike and Navy Blue and those other rappers, into the forefront, and gave it more of a what's it called, more of a shine. Even though he's not like he's a mainstream rapper, but he's definitely out there. But yeah, shout out Earl, man. I need to shout out Fee of Clay, and but I need to give Wide Weir, whatever that's called, a more of another listen. I think I'll fuck with it if I would do.
Yep.
But
Team
shout out
21
Sick
is
as well.
double A. Honor mention Sadness. Team 21 Reasons. Make this face on your Samsung Smart Fridge.
It's an ongoing joke.
All right, what's your number 2? But yeah, Earl is just incredible, bro. Like I can't say enough about him. I wanted him.
number
I
three,
wanted
right?
I wanted him on here, but I knew it'd be a little disingenuous because as much as I like him, I just kind of got back into him since Doris. So, yeah.
Doors is
No, I'm saying
I like
Doris.
Doris.
I literally till like 2 months ago, I picked up Voir Dire and some rap songs, and I remember. I think I was. Oh, I remember. I was looking at Tyler features with like I think not is it Moneybag Yo? So somebody. I was looking at his features recently, and I kind of like stumbled into Earl again. I'm like, oh my god, what's Earl been saying, bro? And fun fact. Earl's sweatshirt is a year younger than me and has the same birthday as me. He's born on February 24th. We have the same birthday.
and man, Great Writers born the same.
You
day.
know what's the same birthday as me? Violet My Ears. Yo, next time it's my birthday, I'll be like, happy birthday, twin. I swear to God, I'm about to do it. I want to do it this year, but I was trying to get back with my ex kind of secretly, so I wasn't going to do that yet. But now that's over, I can do that.
Birthdays.
Birthday twin and them. What's up, yo? Anyways. All right. What's your number 2?
Is it number 2 or 3?
I gotta do my.
Oh
number
wait, 3.
so-
Sorry, 3.
Yeah. Number 3, Donald Glover, bro. And I know this is
I considered it.
Yeah, it's kind of tough considering
He
like,
just
how
dropped an album like 2
recent
days
it-
ago. 2 days ago, right?
He didn't just drop the album. He re-dropped the album that was already dropped. He just dropped the finished version.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was gonna be new music. It's called Atavista though. It was good, but he dropped it like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So like, I'm a little bit upset. I was expecting new music, but anyways, I'm going to talk about Because the Internet for an hour. So
Rainbow sunshine everywhere you go.
so Because the Internet is my number one like body of work or media, period.
Oh.
Not just because of the music, but because of the entire rollout of this fucking album. there's obviously the album, which the album itself is a
Act
great
like you
album. Like I
know,
can listen to
act
that
like
front to
you
back
know.
1,000 times and never get tired.
Mhm.
If I'm listening to fucking Pink Toes, I have to listen to the track before it. If I'm listening to fucking um uh Life's the Biggest Troll, the closing track, I have to listen to Earth the First Computer before that. You know what I mean? Like I have to listen to that album in its entirety every single time I hear a song off of it. So there's that one. Also, it was at a time where, like, again, I was impressionable. It was high school, or I think a little bit. Yeah, no, high school. It was 2014. So impressionable. But going back to it, and finding out that they had a screenplay attached to it, a script for a screenplay attached to it, which, like, if you know Donald Glover, he's an actor first, and he's a writer. Or sorry, I think he was a writer first, then he was an actor, then he was a comedian, then he was a rapper. You know what I mean? And he added elements from each of those walks of life that he was a part of into that album. And the screenplay also gives the album a lot more context. Like you find out that like these are backing tracks for things that are actually happening in this play. So there's that. Then you add the rollout into the album where he's going and doing these radio interviews, but he's not Donald Glover in these interviews. He's the boy from the screenplay. That's why he's acting so weird. And like, I just thought back in the day he was just a weird guy.
Are you
Like,
eating
no, that's
though?
not who he is.
Sorry.
He was playing a fucking character
Yeah.
in these interviews. And then there's like a whole there's a whole nother thing where he was releasing cryptic posts on I think Tumblr at the time or some blog. I think he had a blog for it before it came out. And in one of the posts there was an encrypted message that took 3 years to crack, which gave you an alternate version of 3005, but just the audio file for it. And then he released the beat for it on his follow-up tape, Kawhi. And I don't think people talk about this shit enough. You know how fucking insane that is? I don't think anybody's had a rollout for an album like that. Like, if you can name one, let me know. I don't think it's been
When I got into Gambino, because the internet was already out, so unfortunately I never experienced the rollout, so I can't comment on it. But I love that. I love that project. It's amazing.
Here's the thing, like at the time I just thought it was a regular but I'm looking back on it now. So all this I found out in hindsight. You know what I mean? Like I was there when the music was dropping, but it's not until like 4, 5, 6 years later that I'm finding out all this shit about the album. And then you go back to it and you just have another, you have another level of appreciation for it. It's a great piece of just media. So, because Internet, that's my favorite album of all time by far. Then he followed it up with the Stone Mountain Kawhi. Like it was a 2-pack. The first one it was like a DJ drama mixtape because dudes from Atlanta, you want to do a DJ drama mixtape, then sure. It was solid. It wasn't my favorite piece of work from him, and I do want to say his other rap projects, I'm not a big fan of. Like I can't listen to Camp. That shit is damn near unlistenable. Royalty's okay. But it's carried by the features, and his pen wasn't there yet. And like I don't think his pen ever really got there. But like he was like rapping next to like Schoolboy Q. He was rapping next to Absol. He was rapping next to Nipsey, and like
Absol is one of them
getting-
ones, bro.
getting out fucking rapped, bro. And it's it's sad to say, but like I can't really go back and listen to that album as much as or that mixtape as much as I used to. But it's still solid music on there. Like you had the joint that he had with Bun B where he's rapping over I think it's not Beck. No, I think it is Beck's production. I can't remember the name of the song. It's a really good song on there. You got a joint with one of the Wu-Tang members. I want to say, I think it's RZA, American Royalty. That's a really good song too. But this is old stuff. His new shit, fucking Awaken My Love. That shit won a Grammy.
Is that the one?
Brilliant
Is that the one that
fucking
got
tape,
the song
brilliant.
was la la
With
la la la? That one. With it's the one with the
it's the
blue with the blue cover with
Yeah,
the
the-
yeah
with the okay
yeah
okay
the
yeah.
red bone joint. Yeah. So
La la la.
great
la,
fucking
la.
tape. Great tape. Yeah, the first track, the opening song. The night me and your mama met or something like that.
I can't
Um,
no do 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 la 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 la. I
Like
fuck-
I was
I fuck
upset when it dropped because I'm like, yo, where are the bars? And then I get like a minute into that first song. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm good.
like do your thing.
This is scratching an entirely different part of my brain. You know what I mean? Like, and then Ada Vista, which like just now got finished, ironically enough. He has a joint on there with 21 Savage that I really like, but that one went like very left field from what I was expecting, so it took me a while for it to grow on me. But I think, yeah, because the internet alone is just enough for him to be like, I think the gap between my favorite album being Because of the Internet and then like my second favorite being like, I don't know, 1999 or whatever I said earlier.
Mhm.
I think it's a huge gap between that and everything else in my books.
I'm not mad at this pick
But,
at all,
yeah,
man.
no.
I like Donald Glover or Childish Gambino a lot. He's fire. He's fire. You want us to go into number 2? Cause you're right here.
Number 2.
I want to go last number 2 because
Oh.
I'm gonna lie to you. I'm about to rod ride.
My number 2 is Tyler. You pretty much already said everything I want to say about Tyler.
Mhm.
But yeah, like you were saying before, like no bad tapes. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I would put. I can't listen to Bastard. I can't go back and listen to.
Is
Bastard
it because of the
just
subject
it's-
matter or like how he's? Is it?
It's 100% because of the subject matter.
Do
It
you
is-
do you
it is
do you
just-
put it into context though? Just out of curiosity. So just bear with me for a second, all right? I admit that I'm an edgelord and I'm desensitized, so none of that shit bothers me. You can make a song about the most heinous shit, and I'm like, whatever. As long as it's fire, I'll bop to it, even to this day. And Tyler's not like a bad. It's one thing if Tyler was acting on these things, where I'm like, oh no, like there's I can't separate the art from the artist. But it's the fact that it's like obviously a really messed up individual with familial and father abandonment issues in a therapy session, kind of trying to balance the fucked up multiple split personalities they've have with Ace, not Salem, is it Salem? Not Salem. Samuel. Like Wolf Haley, all the different types of versions of themselves, and Tron Cat, TC, whatever. Like I put it in the context of you're talking to the therapist. I don't know if that helps, because I've always understood that
So
listening to it.
I-
Though I,
I can-
understand
I
it's
can
graphic to
understand
some
it.
degree, but like I don't know, I'm very desensitized. I admit that.
I just can't like. There's no scenario where I'm like I want to listen to Bastard right now. You know, like. It's not like I can't go back to it because it's so bad, but it's so just like gritty and like no, gritty is the wrong word. It's so edgy. It's too edgy for me. As a kid, I love that shit. You know what I mean? Like when I was in like my Hobson bag and my horrorcore bag and like the Jaren Bentons and them, man, like that was my shit back then. You know, but like now it's like, nah, I feel like I'm just too old to go back and listen to this shit, bro. Like it doesn't move me like it used to.
I wasn't asking if
wanna
you agree
hear-
with this, by the way.
I'm putting Call Me Up above Wolf,
Okay.
and I'm putting Cherry Bomb in A, and Estate Sale and what's it called? Estate Sale and Call Me are the like the same for me, because like Estate Sale is basically
It's just
a
the deluxe version. I know. I
Yeah, so
But
I'm
I
putting
didn't
Cherry
realize
Bomb-
Sorry Not Sorry and Dogtooth were the deluxe version. Because that's the only version I heard. So I'm like, oh, those are my favorite 2 records on there. So I have to put that one higher. That's all.
Fair. I think without the Estate Sale, I still think Call Me is his 3rd best album.
Okay.
I think Cherry Bomb should be an A tier. Honestly, I like Cherry Bomb more than God.
I debated it. I won't lie to you. Like, as like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where like if I made it again, I probably would, and just remove this one in general, just because of whatever. Let's put the deluxe version in general. I'll put Cherry Bomb in A.
Mhm.
But I think Cherry Bomb has the lowest lows in my opinion. That's just me though.
I think Cherry Bomb was exactly what it was supposed to be, and I think when Cherry Bomb came out, I knew that it was exactly what it was like. It was him experimenting. It was him trying new shit. Like we heard him singing on that shit with fucking Find Your Wings. Find Your Wings is like my favorite song on that album, or
Interesting.
no, second favorite. Smuckers is my
Smuckers is
favorite.
mine, and then
You know, and
fucking
then you
perfect and young. She is young. I won't lie to you. I know it's a
Mhm.
fucked up song, but I like it.
It's good music, bro. You had him there with fucking Charlie Wilson. You had him there with CeeLo. Like, there's good songs on there. Wait, no, was CeeLo on? No, CeeLo was on Igor. But no, you had fucking Young and Charlie Wilson was on that one. Like,
Yeah.
it was great tunes on that, bro. And like listening to it, I was like, yeah, this sounds like imperfect, but I'm okay with it because you're growing as an artist, and I see it. And then you still had him rapping with fucking Smuckers, or you had him doing his little comedy shit with Brown Stains. Brown Stains is still hilarious to me. It's one of my favorite songs on that tape.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I like there's no misses with this guy in my books. Like,
I'm
I
with
can't
you.
even remember the last time he dropped a song that I didn't like,
That's a like.
let alone a
There's
project.
probably some songs where like I'm not in the mood to listen to it, but I can't say I dislike the song. If that makes sense. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. But yeah, man, shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, and he's and not even just as like a rapper too, but also as a creative with the fashion, with
The acting, Lawyer
comedy,
Squad.
the acting,
The
like
clothing.
he's up there, bro. He's up there.
Golf Wang.
Like if Pharrell rapped more, I would probably put him in like a similar tier, but I feel like Pharrell just hasn't rapped enough for me to put him on this list.
Mm.
Shout out, shout out, Happy.
Shout out to Happy.
Legit, you're next. You're up.
Hey man, it's time. Number 2.
Hey, that's my guy. I
JPEG Mafia.
I can't put him
Yeah, go.
up. I can't put him as high as I have. I want to put him secretly because I only gone to him recently. But shout out to JPEG Mafia. Talk about it, brother.
Hey man, well I'll go right at this. We're talking producer. He's the best producer of all time. Oh, he's bare minimum. He's the best producer of this generation, and he's one of the greatest producers of all time. Like, if you just took out his beat, like took out his rapping and everything, you just took his beats, man. Like, just listen to Hazard Duty Pay and just see how great of a producer he is. Or things like or like a song off scaring the host called Garbage Pail Kids, where he took a old Japanese meat commercial, he sample flipped that, chopped it up, and made it into a song with the guitars in it. It's like so fucking so fire. I think JPEG Mafia is one of the best personalities in rap for me. Is like he's such a witty. I don't think he's like the most high level lyrical. I think those I have people like Billy Woods, Earl Sweatshirt, even like I mean even Danny Brown, Blue, like a lot of other rappers I can see are more lyrically gifted, but I think he is great. I think one of his best things is his wit and his lyrics. Like, he starts off my favorite album by him, and like I was talking about how there was 2 albums fighting for 1A and 1B. It was Veteran. It was some rap song. It was Veteran, and he started he starts off Veteran with like, I need
I need all my bitches saying
Saying
color,
color
as me.
Oh no, he's special, bro. Because
Just,
I remember
like,
him saying
how-
that no one would rap on his beat, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll do it myself." you know?
Yeah, he's the complete. I talked to Naya about this. He's complete package. He raps, he writes, he makes it, produces. He literally just said like, he had an interview basically on Genius with like why he makes it, produces. He's basically like, yo, I'm broke, and if I'm I'm not gonna pay somebody else $2,000 to make my shit sound like ass. I'll make it sound like ass myself. And but I respect that. Like he does. Like if you'll see like you'll see rapping credits or like producer credits with albums, and it's just basically all him. Or like sometimes it's like he'll get help from one or two other people, but he just does the music himself. And like yeah, I think he's witty punchlines, and I think that's why I love one of the reasons I love Veteran so much is just like the witty. What did he say? It was on the second track, which I called "Real N Word." He said "AR Bill" like Lena Dunham.
He has a track on this tape where he just says, "I don't care."
I don't care. And it's kind of funny because it's literally like the track song. It's pretty much just his answer to like the title is called "My Thoughts on Neo Gap Dying," which is I think it was like a popular webs yeah, so with video game forum. It says like my thoughts on Neo Gap dying. I don't care.
Oh,
Uh,
man, he's fucking special, bro.
and,
He's one of the
and
ones
man,
to me. It really is.
he has some funny ass line. Like just from that thing, he has like, "Hey man, I cannot fucking." I mean, I don't know if I can say that song, but I cannot fucking wait till Morrissey. But it kind of makes sense when you listen to Morrissey and like how insanely racist piece of shit he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Tom Clark
My
Morrissey.
vote for Donald Trump. Ball remix with Curry. Come on, man.
Okay, Johnny brought it. I want Little B. I think I might just talk about Veteran, but yeah, I'll say my favorite song off that is I think Rainbow Six is such a great song that more people need to like. He actually flips a 21 Savage song, I think.
Mhm.
But man, that line where he says, "Skinny ain't paid, I'm Taylor Swift."
No, he's fire, bro.
But then yeah, I have Veteran, but man, following it up with My Heroes Are Cornballs, which I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really talk about it, but he's such a he's a really I think he's a good for a rapper. He's a good singer and he's pretty melodic and like the way like the concept that I think he really did well. Like My
If you
Heroes Are
rap, I don't require you to be like I don't know, a Trey Songz level singer. Just kind of like get melodic on the track enough where I'm kind of just like, ooh. Because even with Tyler and like Igor, like his voice is so fucking deep, it's hard for him to do that. But I like what he was doing on Earth Awake and shit like that. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Because J. Cole can't sing like Drake, but J. Cole sometimes gets a little madame, like, ooh, I keep my head high. I'll be like, yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm with you. He's
yeah,
nice.
I
He good
mean
with it.
like yeah, like man, starting off an album of Jesus Forgive Me, I'm
I'm a thought? Yo, that shit resonated with me.
Keenan and Kel.
Oh.
Honestly, you're talking about rollouts, like you're talking about for I know you're talking about for what's that? Because internet. I love the rollout for All My Heroes Are Cornballs because he had all these like his whole rollout was he's basically saying making everybody raps saying this is the most disappointing album I listened to. And it's like this is disappointing. You can see interviews with him and like Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry said he showed there was like a part of the video where Denzel JPEG Mafia shows one of his songs to Denzel Curry and Denzel Curry's like, "Yo, is this Logic?" That shit should be dying, but like just the rollout in this, but then he delivers with the masterpiece of All My Heroes Are Cornballs, and then he does the double EP to just show what he can do. Like I love the EP concept. Hey man, covering in money, they think I'm strip. And then you have LP, which is my LP, the offline version, because he did online and offline. Offline just is the official version by him, but that one was his second best album to me, and it's one of the most. It shows like how you can be a really experimental artist without going into like, because his albums more and more have become, I don't want to say mainstream, but they become more softer and more palatable. But he's still experimenting, which kind of shows to me that you can experiment without having to be super like high off the walls, like aggressive raps to make sense. But yeah, hey man, Silver's knows offline is so he knows what it is. Yeah, it's like Hazard Duty Pay, Are You Happy, OG, Dikembe, Untitled. Shit, man. Yeah, and then shout out, I still carrying the hose. Man, him and Danny Brown is such a insanely good duo, and he's not even. This is one of the things a lot of people don't know about JPEG Mafia, but he used to go by Devon Hendrix before he changed to JPEG Mafia. Devon Hendrix literally just being his real name, right? Like his, I think it's Devon Barrington Devon Hendrix, so he went by Devon Hendrix, and he dropped some amazing albums. You got Ghost Pop Tastes was more like, I think I think the name perfectly describes this type of song album, which was more like a ghostly pop kind of pop rap tape, but he does it in such a well way. He has a song album. What's the other one called? Dream some Dreamcast Summer Songs, which is a um fully instrumental album. And fun fact, I don't know if it did, but it was one of the of albums that came out during the infancy of this genre called vaporwave, which is a sample based thing where they flip a lot of things, and it's been credited as being one of the creators. But I don't think JPEG Mafia really decided to do that. But he's such a talented artist. Like he's like Kanye, I want to say, in like how talented and like unique of artist he is. But I need a new album soon, man. It's been 3 years since his solo album. But yeah, shout out JPEG Mafia, man. You guys need to hop in. I think Veteran, literally like the first song of Veteran and 39
Tap in, niggas.
is a great song.
All right.
That's probably my favorite song from him. Like,
Yeah.
but it also doesn't do his discography justice in terms of how kind of wacky it gets, or and I won't even say wacky, like experimental it gets.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like
Oh
yeah.
no, sorry. I'm like I'm ready to get tagged in, so I can go crazy. Like I'm trying to come up the top rope, bro. Can I come in, please?
I have one last thing, and they can go because this thing. It's like I think on All My Heroes, he literally has a song where he orders Wendy's. Man, this shit fire. But yeah, go.
All right, it's time. What's up? If y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Naya Hemmings. Representing the 1st and 15th. This one right here, I dedicate to all my homies out here grinding. You know what I'm saying? Illegally and illegally. You know what I'm talking about? First got it when he was 6. Didn't know any tricks. First fact, he got on it, he slipped, bust his lip, and had to talk with a lisp like this.
Like this.
Lupe Fiasco. Nigga. It's time. Yeah, everyone knows. I don't have to even hide Cole. Everyone knows Cole's number 1, but yeah, Lupe. It's time. It's time. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest. Tetsuo and Youth is my favorite. That's my favorite album.
All right, we on
I
the
love.
same page.
I love
We
the
on
cool.
same page.
I don't even hate lasers, but Tetsuo and the Youth, that's my favorite. And the most lyrical, miracle, spiritual, spitting song with just nothing but rap, rippity rap. The most lyrically dense song I ever heard in my life is Mural. Love that song. To this day, I still catch shit, man. We all chemicals, vitamins and minerals, Vicodin with inner tubes wrapped around the arm. Listen, this nigga is different. Don't play with him. He's not like the rest. Kendrick Lamar, come outside. You don't want this type of smoke, bro. You're not ready. Listen, I spoke about Slaughterhouse earlier and how much I respect Joe Budden, but Royce the 5'9", he cooked Royce. He cooked that nigga. Sounds to Lambda, Lambda, whatever it's called, and then Looper just came and just like, nigga, I will cook you. And put that nigga in a spliff. I like SLR too, by the way. Put him in a spliff and smoke that boy. Lupe, to me, is the lyricist that I have that challenge him. No, I'm gonna say this. Him and Absol, they challenged me the most. I have to really think. Like, there's certain things that I might not get until listen number motherfucking 6. Like, bro. Oh, that's a Pac-Man line. I didn't play Pac-Man like that, so it took me a while to get that. But on Mural Listen number 7, I got the Pac-Man section of that song. Like, bro, When I think about the greatest lyricist of all time and just rippity rappers, Lupe comes to mind. And Lupe also has a Kendrick Lamar ability to actually make the song a hit record. But even with his more like poppy songs, you want to call it, most popular songs, I like them a lot. Sunshine, funny story. I sang the song Sunshine to my girlfriend in the 8th grade. And because she didn't know the song, she didn't know niggas didn't really listen to Lupe like that. Bro, I took full credit for that. I did not write that shit, bro. I said,
Sick,
bro,
man.
I wrote her like
Sick, man.
I was a sick man. I won't lie to you. This is why I'm so authentic and honest these days, because I always tell people I used to be a motherfucking liar. I used to lie for no reason. I was a thief and a liar. Who's on third? Lupe, Steal like Lupin the Third. Yep. Fuck Lupin the Third. That Lupe. I said Lupin. Yeah, his like, he comes from the streets of Chicago, so he still has that gangster influence. He comes from a certain background, so he's highly educated and smart, but he's also into a lot of cultural things that I'm into, from anime and games and things of that nature. Obviously, I don't know if you guys remember when him and Daigo had their fake match. Daigo will not lose that nigga in Street Fighter, but him and Daigo played Street Fighter and Lupe won. Like, there's a lot of things to me to like about Lupe, but one of the things I respect about him the most is just that no matter what, at the end of the day, he's one of those people where you just cannot like out rap him. I've never seen anyone really body him. You might have to have a conversation. Was this the best verse? Was this whatever, blah, blah, blah. But body Lupe, I've never seen it before. As much as I love my favorite rapper, I've seen him lose. It's earlier in his career, but I've seen him just lose. Straight up. Like, no, this is not the better verse. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick gulps, Nas, rest heavily, Jay nods, nervously, Eminem sighs, Andre CK dries, dry heaves, Lil Wayne gasps for air, Biggie gets teary-eyed, Cole stares blankly, yes, Lupe, they say in unison. Nah, it's he's really like that, because ultimately, I remember a Control dropped, and a lot of people responded. Kendrick never said nothing. And what Lupe said about Kendrick, I thought was fair. He's like, listen, as a full body of work, as an artist, blah, 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 whatever, Kendrick is better. But just lyricism, he can't beat me. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. I've really very rarely seen anyone who could, like, Black Thought's up there. I think there's a lot of great ones up there, like I think of. Even though I think Royce the 5'9" is really, really lyrical miracle, I never thought he was better than Lupe. And when they had their beef in like 2021, 2022, because of the shit with Mickey Fax and stuff, I thought Lupe cooked him. It was one of those. I don't want to say it was a 5 or 4 game sweep, but I'm like 6 games. Like, definitively, this was the better team to me. And Prisoner 1 and 2, one of my favorite songs. He has hold on, is it Dinosaur? And the song called Shoes. What the fuck is that off again? I don't remember. It was awful. Give me a second. I remember the name of it. It's in my phone. Lupe Fiasco. House. Dinosaur Seldom Shoes. LF95. Like, this nigga is special, bro. Like, I don't know what it is about his brain and how I recently seen a 10-minute freestyle shit was insane. He's fucking dope, bro. Like, he doesn't really have a weakness to me, though. Maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can say album construction. Maybe that might be his weakest, whatever. But most of his bodies of work to me from top to bottom are absolutely amazing and incredible. And I always like rappers that challenge my brain to think a couple layers deeper. And he's one of those people where, like, I might hear a line, oh, I get that. But when I hear it the 4th time, I'm like, this is a fucking quadruple entendre. I only caught the first layer the first time. But when I peel back the onion or I go beneath the surface, it's deeper than that. This nigga is special, bro. Sunshine. Again, you're my sunshine. I can't believe I got away with that to this day. I gotta tell her that someday when I see her. Next time I see her, I gotta tell her, like, yo, you remember that song I sang? You're like, yeah, you know, I stole the fuck. That's a Lupe song. I gotta tell her that, because a lot of those things I can't clean. I can't clean about this. So many of my girlfriends in like my early 20s, like, oh yeah, that was cap. Like, I didn't write that. That's a poem from Travis, whatever the fuck. I wrote someone a poem once. I can't remember what it was, but like, I heard that at a fucking Bliggity Black party I was at and stole the fuck out of it. I remixed it and I didn't quote it verbatim, but that's not my words. Like, I stole that, so yeah. But yeah, man, this nigga's special, bro. I really think he's one of them ones.
Yeah. Speaking, you're talking about We were talking about Black Thought. I'm surprised you never made a song to it, because that would be insane. Looping Black Thought on a song would be insane.
Yep. You
But
better watch
Lupe
these
don't fuck with
niggas.
nobody, bro.
On guard. If it was up to me, I'll never unlock these niggas. Niggas.
Bro,
When
the
it- when
joint
it-
for me on
they-
that tape was Adoration, bro, where he does the entire verse.
Yeah.
And it's like a triple entendre for Genesis. Like he doing the Sega Genesis buttons. He mentions
That's the one with Crystal Torres.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, this is Tesla One News is my favorite personally. I know some people might disagree with that. I think most people would say the Cool or SLR, but for me, it just started off so strong, and then I just heard Mural, and like I'm like, he's still going. Oh
Rapping
my!
8 minutes in.
I even like No Scratches with little Nicky John, whatever.
Yeah.
Get nothing up with no scratches. I was like, this nigga's cold, bro. It's cold. So
Yo, Taken, there is 3 8+ minute songs on this tape, and they don't really feel like it.
no, Mural's
Like,
one of those
Chopper,
songs.
Chopper is 9 minutes long, bro. Chopper.
Yeah, like it's
And
one of
that's
those things where like
I
time
still
flies.
go
You're having
back
so
to
much,
that.
you're having such a good time listening to it. You're like, wait, that was 9 minutes. When I heard Mural, I thought that was a 4-minute song. I'm like, this is like an 8 minutes. But I loved it so much. It doesn't feel that way even to this day, and that's a song that's still in my consistent cycle. Mural Jr. to me was alright. It was cool. I liked it, but like, there's certain things you can never fully replicate, and I don't think you should try. Like Mural was special, a once in a lifetime thing you could really do. So, shout out to Lupe, man. He's him. Who wants to go next?
Sorry, I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes, so somebody else can go.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'll do my number one. My number one is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
MF Doom. Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, sir, bro.
Cheetos,
So-
Fritos. Talk about it.
Yeah, so how did I find Doom? I think I found Doom through Mad Villain. No, the first Doom song that I heard was the Danger Doom joint with fucking Danger Mouse from Gnarls Barkley, that joint tape that he had. I think my brother had like a song from like I think it was his dad's MP3 player or something, and there was a Doom song, but I didn't know who Doom was at the time. So when I finally like started like seeking out his music, this was after I started listening to Joey Badass, and he had I think Pennyroyal. Pennyroyal is when he took the beat from the Special Herbs, that like 78 song mixtape series with just instrumentals that Doom did. Like when I first started producing, I took a lot of influence from just like flipping samples the way that Doom did, and just like really simple like drum patterns, and but it's a good fucking your first Doom song was on. Oh yeah, on Boone. You're right. And fucking All Caps was on there too.
Good point, Chief. That's a good point. How did I forget that?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that would have been the first one, but again, I didn't know who Doom was at the time. So, but yeah, that probably would have been my first introduction to him. But yeah, Mad Villainy was the first tape, and like all throughout high school, that was my shit, bro. All throughout high school, that was my shit. Just bumping Mad Villainy all the time. Then like I started listening to the Special Herbs tapes, and like that was when I started smoking for real. So just get fucking fried out my mind and just play the entire 78, however many songs it was, just all throughout the day, and just listening to straight instrumentals. Then after that, I started exploring a little bit more of his discography. Like I listened to the joint that he had with what was the guy? The
Danger Mouse?
No, I listened to the Danger Mouse one. Yeah, I think I spoke about that one a little bit earlier. That was a good one too, where he did all like the Adult Swim cartoons and they had like not really verses, but like they all like pretty much spoke on the tracks or whatever. It was a little fun tape, but like that's probably not one of my favorites. The one that I really liked that was a bit of a sleeper that kind of came out later on in his career was the MFSR one, with
Starface.
Sarface. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking tape, bro. That's a crazy tape. I really like that one, and also I don't know if y'all remember Bishop Nehru from like 2015, 16 maybe. I think they did a collab tape together where it was again it was just more special herbs beats that they're rapping on.
Mhm.
But like that was kind of like my introduction to Bishop Nehru at the time. I had heard about him because I was like, oh yeah, he did a joint tape with Doom, and like I really started getting into his music after that. And that was kind of like the thing with Doom for me is that he introduced me to like a side of rap that like I wasn't like familiar with really at the time,
Mhm.
but also him having like his own standalone projects that like he's not like I wouldn't say he's the best at constructing a song. I'll give him that because he's a rapidy rapper. He just gets on the song and just raps about rapping. But he does it at such a high level that it attracts other people who care about the craft, and then they want to collab with him or they want to get him for features or they want to they want to rap on his beats. And then you being a fan of Doom, it's like, yo, I get exposure to all these dope people that I might not have otherwise been introduced to if not for him. So yeah, no, Doom's always gonna hold like a very special place
Rest in peace to a legend,
in my
bro.
heart. You know what I'm saying? Rest in I'm not gonna lie, I shed a tear when he passed when I found out that he passed, bro.
That
Like,
was such a sad day, man.
hmm but
But even,
I'm also glad that the family decided to keep that information private for quite a while because like it also gave well me as a fan it gave me like a little bit of closure being like, oh yeah, damn, he's been gone for a while now, but we're
Mhm.
just now finding out about this now. But the family got to grieve on their own, and then the fans got to go back and really, rather than like the reactionary information to, oh yeah, Doom had a heart attack and passed away, it was more like, oh damn, Doom's been gone. Let's go back and listen to all the shit that let's go back and appreciate all the shit that he gave us in his time while he was here. um Also, not to brag, but I got fucking Victor Vaughn and Operation Doomsday on vinyl.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately, my
I'm
my,
just about
my
to start
record
my
player
vinyl
fucking
collection.
broke.
I won't lie to you. They're all cold. They're all cold albums first, but from there we go branch off. We go branch
I'm
off.
not gonna lie, I passed off on the Born Sinner one just the other day, bro.
Nah,
But the
I'm good
thing is,
with
once
you.
you start collecting vinyls, you never stop, bro.
I actually have the
It's
only one I
such
vinyl I have is
crazy
from the
addiction.
Valhalla OST from the visual novel from Sukeban Games. I have that one. That's the only one I
Mhm.
have. So
I think the very first one I got was Flower Boy, which I actually didn't mention, but like that's my favorite Tyler album, Flower Boy. My boy got it for my birthday like 3 years ago. It's still one of my favorite gifts that I've received.
that's what's
hey
up.
man, hey man, I love MF Doom, man. I'm glad somebody put it on there, cause man, just like the impact, like he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Like he just like seeing the way like we pass away, seeing all these legends come out and pretty much say how great he was is just like
Mhm. No, you feel vindicated after. It's like, okay, so I like this guy for. I mean, obviously, you like an artist for your own reasons, but seeing all these other artists that you respect also have the same level of respect for this guy, it's like, okay, yeah, no, my heart was definitely in the right place with this one.
like funny one is like the weekend, like he's I don't know if you guys seen or recently on tour, he's pretty much rapping with an MF Doom mask on. It's like, dog, that's the weekend, the biggest pop artist, like biggest R&B slash pop artist, male, out right now, and one of the biggest. He's giving tributes to him. It's like all that great stuff. But I think 2004, MF Doom was insane. Dropping Mad Villainy, Food in the same year is crazy. it's like one of those years of like, yeah, you could tell it's different. Like his pen was different. It's just so
no, and,
similar.
like, just the way that he links like rhymes together for entire lines, like, and he'll do that for an entire phrase in a song, and then just switch it up on a dime, and it won't feel jarring. Like,
You have like 3 different internal schemes working at the same time, and it somehow works.
he's different with the pen, bro. Like, the one like negative commentary I have about him is that he didn't really say shit. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't really telling crazy stories or, like, but he was just so good at rhyming and so good at just rapping as like a purist that you have to respect it.
This is also personality. We talked about his death, which is, oh, man, rest in peace. But I think one of the things I liked about it, it was just he died in the most. I don't know if he died, but he was revealed in the most Doom way possible. But like, oh yeah, he's been dead for 3. Like, he's always like out. Like, one of the things is like, you never see the person, right? You see never see behind the mask, and you see that with the death. Like, he was like, it was almost like a joke, right? Like, oh, he's been dead for 3 months, but like, even in his death, he was able to play that role of MF Doom perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Even like his early shit on KMD when he was still Zevlov X. I don't know if you've ever gone back and listened to it. It's definitely a lot less polished than like his new. I mean, even his new shit wasn't like super duper polished. It always had that kind of like lo-fi production type thing that's like synonymous with his sound. But like his work with his brother, when they were still KMD. Like, I went back and listened to that tape, and I don't think it ever officially got released, but it's still it's a really solid tape. And like, when you hear him rapping, you can tell it's Doom, but the voice is very different because he's a lot younger. So like, it's almost like a bright kind of like youthful MF Doom rapping in like more of a like early 90s, late 80s type style. Like,
Yeah.
just about
Boom bap
just
rap.
about like whatever them type of niggas would be rapping about back then. But like, it's still a solid. Like, my favorite song from that tape is one called Plumskins. I recommend that you go back and
I have
listen
to,
to it if you haven't
yeah.
already.
Oh, you're also talking about his whole spice herbs, and I'm pretty sure you should know this, but I don't know. I mean, probably knows this, how Joey Badass took one of the things and used it for 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, Penny Royal.
I learned that a little later after the fact because I was pretty late to Doom. Probably first listened to him in like, I want to say 13. So
Yeah, that's around the time I started listening to Doom as well.
so
Because like, I'd found him after Joey.
I won't even lie to you. The main reason why I gave him a chance because I'm like, oh, Victor Von Doom is my favorite villain in Marvel. So let's get it. Let's get it, bro. Like, that's all it took. The mask, like, that's a Doom type mask. Yeah, I'm in there. That's all
Bro, and
that's all it took. You got a fair
and you're
chance
putting
from me.
samples from like the old cartoons on it and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like,
That's all it took from me. But all right, Lizard. You ready
Hey,
to go now?
man, my number 1,
Playboy Cardi.
J. Cole. This is me writing J. Nah. Alright, my number 1, the greatest rapper of all time, Isaiah Rashad.
The Sun's tirade. Talk about it, brother.
Let's just start by saying this. I don't think Isaiah Rashad has ever put out a bad song. I don't think he's put out anything
I
song
can't
that's
even
not...
say that about Cole. I hate Who Dat. That's not a good song. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Nah. I mean, his discography isn't that big though, because he has like 3 albums.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I do not like that. Like, that song comes off account, I'll tell you to turn it off. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but I'm like, I get it.
I get
but
you.
like, for me,
It's more compact, and yeah, I got you.
I mean, regardless of that, it's just I don't think he's put out a song that's bad, a song that's mid, a song that a song that he's put out has been bare minimum decent for me. Decent. It's like, or a song where if it's on another album, it'd probably be one of the best. Well, not one of the best, but like, man, let's say first of all, he's best Southern rapper of all time. Shout out Isaiah Rashad. But what do I don't know. Like, I love it. I don't know how to put like okay. I'll start with I love his flows. I think he has one of the best flows in his rap things. Like his voice was like I don't want to say made for rap, but it's like he has such a great flow that you can tell that he thing. I think his pen is great. I think it's pretty underrated. I think I love how he raps about a lot of I don't want to say realistic, but a lot of things that kind of hit home in a more personal level, and you can like tell he struggles with it, and the way he puts it in his bars so fire. Like Sylvia Demo, songs like Heavenly Father, but or the song like West Savannah. Where like what was this?
The joint with SZA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least you fell in love with something greater than debating. I don't know if I could say that word. To yeah, I think you get the rest of the word. Yeah, so like the way he says that, or like Heavenly Father, which is such a like dark, depressing, beautiful song. And it's just like, and then the way he's able to do also hype shit. Like I mean, I'm just talking about Sylvia Demo here, but like songs like R.P. Kevin Miller, Modest. I mean interviews.
I just started listening to him, so I can't say too much. Like I literally just started listening to the Sun's tirade like literally like 2 days ago. So
He has yeah, and I think Sylvia like Modest used to be one of my favorite song by him. But it's like uh and like I talk about JPEG Mafia, but I think I don't know if he I don't want to say he full on sings, but he does get in melodic bag a lot, and he's able to really do it well. And what was I gonna say about Isaiah Rashad? He gets in with oh yeah I think one of the things I love about him is he wears his influences like you can tell he loves southern rap and he wears his influences right on his chest and like I mean he has songs called Brad Jordan, which is, if you don't know, Brad Jordan is the real name of Scarface.
I did not
You
I
know,
did not know that. No. I thought
R.I.P.
honestly
Kevin Miller.
you said Brad Jordan. I thought you said Bad Jordan for at first.
Brad Jordan. Brad Jordan. Uh, he has a song called R.I.P. Kevin. Kevin Miller was the brother of a Kevin Miller rapper. He was the brother of Master. Okay, he was the brother of Master P, another Southern artist, if you know, one of the most famous Southern artists of all time. And like he wears that sleeves shit on his chest, and it's so fire. And like I mean, just just songs like and even just like Lucy's like you have songs like Leaks or like Grace. I think there was another he dropped a Lucy for his recent album called Runnin', which was like there was a Schoolboy Q joint where he couldn't put out. But he has songs like just Lay which I know Why Worry, Smile, Nelly. Like Nelly obviously reference to Nelly, aka this country grammar. But then you have like
I used to like
it was
Nelly,
like a
but I can't remember any Nelly song except that one song that goes, "You can find me in St. Louis, da 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 da, rain all day, some got a gun, sun cell, yeah." That's what it's. I don't know why I can't remember anything else. Go ahead though, sorry, keep going. I can't remember no other fucking song from that nigga. I know you did Sacred Tail Feather, but that's about it. Oh, I
but
lied.
yeah,
Kelly Rowland. I love that song with the Kelly Rowland. No matter what I do. Oh. Go ahead.
but like I like and it's like switch up. I think the first album by him, Sylvia Demo or the project, was more like conscious of showing that he has that pen and he can work on that shit. And it's like he raps about things about he raps his kind of raps aren't more like Kendrick, where it's like the whole wide scope of like black struggle. It's more like his life and his things, the people like so things you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go to the Sunstrike Trade, my favorite album, my favorite rap album of all time, and one of my favorite albums in general of all time. Just the way he raps about, like he has that is mixing that southern vibe that he always has with that L.A. dark L.A. jazz rap fusion of that because he was in TD, that was like his fully Los Angeles type shit. I talked about this with Danny Brown, but he struggled with things like drug use, alcohol, all that, which is sad. But the way he's able to flip that into his music is so beautiful, man. And then like, because to me, like Sunshine Raid is such a beautiful body of work. Like songs like how do you go from Florida Squad to Free Lunch to Rope to What's Wrong to oh, by the way, Isaiah Rashad held his own against Kendrick Lamar, both verses. The part.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't think Kendrick like smoked him or nothing. But
And,
Kendrick's not a feature killer in my opinion. I think he's a good feature person, but I don't think he's a feature killer. That's just my opinion. I'll talk about it later.
Bitch, I'm a shooter.
Unless it's on a
Bitch.
Big Sean song.
He don't like him though. Detroit did something to that nigga, bro.
He saw Detroit, thought it. D Drake.
Mm.
But hey man, so like just like the flawless and like you talk about long song. It's like I think Stuck in the Mud is a great like 7-minute song that just doing a 7-minute song the way he like flipped it. I like a lot of the concepts he has on these songs. Like Stuck in the Mud, I love the concept of the first half being stuck in like how stuck in your like one of the halves is stuck in his vices and one of the half is being stuck in the mud, referencing people in the hood or like people in the thing trying to bring you down and make you sure you're stuck in the mud with them, but you gotta get out of there. I talked about before in another stream, but AA is what my favorite rap out song of all time and my favorite song of all time.
I'd love to see it. I'm gonna scroll.
yeah.
I'm gonna scroll through your thing one more time for the one time. Shout
But
out
yeah, I'm
McKinley Dixon.
quick,
Keep
yeah,
going.
wait.
I'm just gonna scroll through it. You keep talking
quickly, no, yeah.
so people could see.
I also I say melodic, but yeah, he does sing and he's a great singer and he's like for a rapper. I think he's a really great singer. I think any song, any album you could get and it's a different vibe. I think House is Burning was a great album by him, which people went say it's more mainstream or like thing, but I don't really think. I think he's still stuck to who he is as an artist, and it's actually more southern compared to the Sunset Rate. But I think both are great. I need a new album by him. But man, just listen to AA or like Park. Listen to Park, man. I'll piss on your face. I'll piss on your family. For the Squad,
Shout out to Isaiah Rashad, man.
man, y'all don't.
But now it's my turn. It's my turn. First, we're gonna scroll through mine. So they got XV, my honorable mention. I had Charles Hamilton at 10, Davies at 9, Lil Uzi at 8, Joe Budden at 7, No Name at 6. My shout out was to Lil Debbie. Shut the fuck up. Don't ask me questions. Kendrick Lamar at 5. 4 Joey Badass. 3 had Todd the Creator. 2 had Lupe Fiasco. Number 1 I got Playboy Cardi. No, I'm kidding. Everyone, this is like I hate that my number ones are never like fun. I can never even have fun with it. Like I speak about it all the time, so it's just like it's not a secret. Like everyone knows who my fucking favorite is, right? But yeah, man. Jermaine Cole. I keep my head high. I got my wings to carry me. I don't know freedom. I want my dreams to rescue me. You said I'm a born sinner. I get better than that, I swear. Now, all right, so the reason that J. Cole's my favorite is he's the first like rapper that I fell in love with on my own. It wasn't through cultural osmosis. It wasn't because of my older siblings. It wasn't because of older people in my life, BET or MTV, nothing like that. I went online myself, that piff, whatever, just trying to find stuff, and I found him, and I found the Come Up. And I don't remember why this was the first song I heard, but the first song I heard was Little Ghetto Nigga. It wasn't even like the first song off that track. I'm like, wait a minute, who's this? Then he's like, I'm listening to the song. I'm like, whoa, who's this? Lifestyles of the young, black, and genius. Sunstraps with guns packed in jeans when the blood's got my lungs black as Jesus. And I'm like, who this? Who's that? He rapping. He going crazy. The things that I seen, the dreams that I dream. The rain in my sky. I used to sing that shit all day in school. People like, shut the fuck up. You can't sing. I'm like, I know, but you gonna have to hear me. with my MP3 MP3 era, singing at the top of my lungs. And they're like, shut the fuck up talking to me, bro. He's lying. Naya found him from the RDC World Skits. And the niggas are like, no, cut it out. Anyways. But yeah. Like, I got the warm up. Can I live? Breathe, nigga. His partner saying, don't you fucking leave, nigga. And I'm like, oh my God. Then like, can I hit it? Oh my goodness. Like, okay. So I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm gonna say this. And I've believed this my entire life as being a J. Cole fan. I'm not saying it's the best, but I have never in the history of my life heard a better mixtape than Friday Night Lights. I haven't heard it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's never blessed my ears. When I think about the greatest mixtape of all time, it's Friday Night Lights, and it's not fucking close to me. That nigga put songs that were supposed to be on his album originally on there. He went crazy. Premeditated murder? Two-Face? Bitch, I'm about to blow up. He showed you his whole range. La, la, la. This is the song for my haters. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like, he went insane. I'm like, there's no misses here. Like, this is a 2020 album mixtape, and there's no skips. And that doesn't mean you're going to listen to the whole thing every time, but you can't skip nothing. Come here, I'm about to take you higher. We about to set this bitch on fire. Love that. That shit cold. Off season. Okay, so here's something I want to say, right? I personally believe at this point, first of all, I think he's no, I can't give him that title. But I'll say in the modern era, for his era of like rappers or whatever, he's the greatest feature killer I've ever seen. Now, I want to be honest. I have seen him lose. Black Friday, I know people have been trying to convince me, Naya, Cole went crazy. I'm not saying it wasn't a good song, but Kendrick fucking rapped his ass off on A Sale of Two Cities. You made like a song on all right, I liked it, but Kendrick smoked you. I'm sorry, he did. I was always cool with it. Like I've never been like not honest about my favorites because I don't care if they're the best. I care if I like them. That's the most important thing to me. I'm not here to tell you who the greatest or the best is because I don't believe you can. I don't believe you can be the greatest rapper of all time because 100% of people will never agree. So it's fine to me. But I felt from 2018, I'm gonna say 2019 especially, but 2018 with Middle Child, he's been rapping better than Kendrick Lamar. Just rapping, just rap. That's it. I'm not talking about albums. I'm not talking about concepts and performing and all of those things, which is why I was so excited kind of initially when my Delete Later was coming. I have no problem with him bowing out because he's not a battle rapper in the sense that he's not going to mudsling. I think he needs to be at like, as they call it, end of the week or whatever of the week, where you just rap. You can't diss anybody. It's just about you come, you spit a hard verse, and we vote on who had the greatest verse. Like, that's more of Cole's lane. Like, my verse and my lyrics and my pen and my schemes, my metaphors and similes went harder than yours on the track. He's not the type to be like, oh, when you were 14, you got molested. Like, he's not going to do that. That's not in his character. It's not who he is. Like, he's not going to be like, you beat your wife, Kendrick. That's not who he is. But I truly believe that he's become a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Everything that I've heard from Kendrick, from Family Ties, Range Rovers, Hillbillies, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper, even Euphoria, whatever in LA, yada, 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 I will say 75% of the stuff that Cole has had in that same time period smokes him. I think it's better. Do I need to talk about what he did to Benny the Butcher? And I was scared. I said, oh, shit. Cole, oh, fuck. And niggas like Rocky, catching chickens. What do you say? I walked the tightrope with a feline's agility. I'm like, oh my God, Cole, you have to come hard, bro. I'm scared. I paused it. I'm like, I'm nervous, bro. It's like I'm rooting for my favorite character in an anime. I'm nervous. I'm like, oh God, don't get smoked. Don't get smoked. Just tie. Just give me a one draw and I'm good. This nigga went crazy, bro. I'm like, no way, bro. You put in Griselda in a split pack? That's why he's one of the ones, bro. He's a feature killer. And I'm talking from Beautiful Bliss back with Wale. I'm talking Looking for Trouble, Kanye West. He was smoking niggas on features. I'm talking OSOM with J Rock. I'm talking about the song with Royce the 5'9". Always holds his own, or I would argue slightly better, or smoke somebody. Like, put that nigga on the feature. Even Red Leather. I actually tried to listen to that whole song. I don't know what the fuck Future is doing or saying. I went straight to J. Cole, bro. And like I showed you guys this multiple times. I do not have that song on my phone. I just have Cole's verse. Red Leather, We Still Don't Trust You. You see, 2 minutes. This is Cole's part. Fuck the rest of that song. All I need is J. Cole, nigga. Fucking Pluto. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you saying to me, nigga? God damn it. And Might Delete Later. Hunting Rabbits. What the fuck is wrong with me? Hunting Rabbits. Pie. When I saw Daylight, well, Absol, really, I didn't really know who Daylight was like that, and it's which is weird because I like battle rap, like Tay Rock and New Jersey Twerk New, whatever his name is. I fuck with them. Like King of the Dot used to fuck with all that. But Daylight's pen is insane. It's Absol to me was always the best rapper in Black Hippie TDE. I thought he was always better than Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar's a full package. But just rap, I thought Absol was that guy. So I was nervous. I kid you not, I was sitting in a dark room with my legs crossed and my eyes closed, meditating like I'm Shikamaru, trying to like come up with a plan. Like, do not get smoked, brother. Don't get smoked. And he held his own. Like, oh God, thank God. And then, yeah, Hunting Rabbits. I love that song. Fuck running in place. I never do that. My destination is. And one thing I started to learn about Cole too, because I like how he rhyme schemes, like with the ABC. So certain parts of the line will rhyme with like I didn't really notice this until probably 2020 that he does it a lot. Where I'm like, oh, he's got really good rhyme schemes too, and he's a phenomenal storyteller. And now I'm gonna show y'all my tier list real quick. For Cole's shit, and then we gonna call it. I probably should have told you guys what I had for Kendrick. I don't like my Kendrick one. I want to fix it, but give me a second. There it is.
Wait, speaking of J. Cole and Johnny P. Scotty, are you talking about you don't really get into Alchemist? It's like fun fact. Alchemist did the beat for Johnny P. Scotty.
I know that now. I didn't know that at the time when I first heard it. Now I know that. But yeah, it's crazy.
Recency bias or majorly? I didn't expect that.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I actually want to switch Might Delete Later and the warm up. I want to switch those two. I'd switch them. That's the only change I'd probably make. I think Friday Night Lights is still my favorite Cole project from top to bottom. I think it's. If someone was like, Naya, I'm interested in getting to J. Cole, I'd give you Friday Night Lights before anything else. It's the first thing I'd give you. I believe he has 3 classics, a classic mixtape, and 2 classic albums. I think I like For Your Eyes Only more than Forest Hills Drives. Let me explain. Forest Hills Drives, if I'm trying to be as objective, as impartial, as unbiased as I can be, I understand why people see that as magnum opus and this is best body of work and all that stuff is aged really well. I'm not mad at that. But I like personal albums. And what J. Cole did with For Your Eyes Only, and if you notice the lore behind like Neighbors, and the SWAT team coming to his house and fucking kicking down his door, all that kind of dumb shit for no fucking reason. Like, this shit speaks to my fucking soul, dog. Especially that last song. Because, like, this is a more... Like, to me, this album, to me, is cinematic. That's the best way I can explain it. The way that he paints pictures with his words to speak about the things that are really... that he holds near and dear to their heart, I can picture the imagery in my head very clearly. And this is his best album of doing that. I think I need to really, truly revisit KOD and give it a super duper fair chance to see if I feel highly about it. But Sideline Story I have listened to recently, I'm still comfortable leaving it in C. Maybe I feel like KOD was a little... Like, I get what he tried to do with the Kill Edward stuff and rapping on trap beats and trying to be a little bit more contemporary, but, like, I get why people find it preachy. Like, don't do drugs. Money won't save everything. Like, all right, niggas, shut the fuck up. Off season... rapping. He's rapping. And he has features on this with Lil Baby and all stuff. Like, he's rapping. Like, yeah.
That's still my favorite Lil Baby verse. I'm not gonna lie.
See? Not that I know too many Lil Baby verse. Yeah, I think that's my second favorite would probably be the one that he has with Jordan Lucas, OJ and Ramen and OJ. Probably my second favorite one. But yeah, if you get this nigga on a feature like The Secret Recipe with Lil Yachty, you don't want the smoke, bro. London, Bia, you don't want the smoke. Benny the Butcher, you don't want the smoke. J-Rock, you don't want the smoke. Royce the 5'9", you don't want the smoke. Unfortunately,
Lupe, you don't want the smoke?
Kendrick beat him, but I need the run back now. I need the run back. I don't think that would happen again. I really don't. I really don't.
I actually have an interesting question about I'm not sure, but I've heard that people like compare For Your Eyes only to Pimp a Butter. Like there's like
I don't get
people
that.
say that's it. My question is, you said it's more cinematic and all that. Would you rather compare it more to Good Kid, Mad City? Because Good Kid, Mad City is also like a story, right? It's like it's Kendrick's story of all that. Wouldn't that be a better comparison to For Your Eyes only in terms of like how they're formatted?
I would actually say For Your Eyes Only in a lot of ways is Cole's Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. That's the one that's the most similar to me. Good Kid, Mad City and Forest Hills Drive to me has more commonality and overlap because it's kind of the story of Kendrick Lamar growing up and as a good kid in a crazy town, a crazy city, crazy environment into kind of like where he is today, Shireen, blah, blah, whatever. Whereas Forest Hills Drive, it starts from Cole as a small child, adolescence, losing his virginity, then Hollywood Cole. Like, oh, I'm Hollywood now. Yeah, where the bitches at? And then it's like, oh wait, then finding who he was again by the end of it, and then moving on to his purpose. Like that's to me is more of a parallel. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I would compare those two more to itself because For Your Eyes Only to me his most personal album and most introspective album, but also his perspective is kind of like, I'm trying to talk about like my friend who's passed, and this is for his daughter that I promised that I would protect and raise, and whatever the case may be, should he not be there. So that to me is more in tune with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Though Cole's not necessarily being like, I cheated, oh fucking white bitches. Like she's not necessarily doing that, but that's my opinion though. So yeah. But yeah, I'd switch to Warm Up and Might Delete Later. Even though I like Might Delete Later a lot. Pie, my favorite. Crocodile Tears and Hunting Wabbits and Trader Truth and the Bees are my favorite four off that. I like the Central C song too with Bass. Hide your bitch, hide your wife. That shit goes good. You said you put KOD in tier, but you didn't actually finish the sentence. You just put tier.
Fall off.
I put KOD in F tier, bro.
I think damn. I see. It's one of those. It's hard for me because like Kevin's Heart and the songs that I like are really good.
I don't. Kevin's Heart's like the one redeeming quality from that tape for me.
You know, like count it up, count it. That's not really his bag, for real. It's not really his bag. It's not his bag to make super
like,
catchy.
It's the fact that you know what he was trying to do, but he still did it poorly, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you with the Kill Edward, the alternate personality thing. I don't think he pulled it off the way he thought he could or landed. This is why I think it's one of his, lower projects from top to bottom. But I do like the songs that I like a lot. That's best I can tell you. But
fair. And then that shit at the end, the 1985 joint or whatever. I wasn't fucking with it. Bro.
1985.
Like when it dropped, I like it because it's like, yo, it's New Cole. But like, I've gone back to it once, and then I went back to it another time, and I was like, nah, I can't do this again.
J. Cole is so funny. 1985 intro to the Fall Off, and then Fall Off.
33 years, damn, I'm grateful I survived. We wasn't supposed to get past 25.
Sorry.
Intro to the Fall Off. It's been 6 years and still not dropped.
That's just not the intro, still, in my opinion. But yeah, man.
It probably was back then, but then shit happened.
Yeah. So
worst timeline to Fall Off is Detox, and it just never drops.
Nah, he'll drop it. Anywho, that's our list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have any final words for the people?
You could go because I have. Yeah.
Oh,
Shaw Jermaine.
stream because the internet, bro. That's all I got to say, bro. It's my favorite
That shit-
album. Stream that shit.
All I have to say is, hey man, people are list. Expand your views. There's a lot of great rappers out there, especially in the underground.
Mhm.
Hey man, don't get stuck in the just get stuck in the mainstream. There's great art rappers.
Stop sleeping on
That's
Lil
why-
Debbie. Like but basically he's saying Lil Debbie's the one of them ones to stop sleeping on her.
She the one the ones, man. That's
White
why I always
girl
say
mob,
when
nigga.
one
I
of the
feel
little
like the love that you have for Lil Debbie, I got for Riff Raff.
Michelle Obama. President Michelle Obama.
Bro, he's just like, I think Riff Raff's like the funniest rapper for me. Like, I don't know if he's serious. I don't think he is serious. I think he's just having fun. But that guy is fucking hilarious.
I feel like but maybe sometimes too when she's like, bitch, I'm thick as fuck and she's so skinny. like, nah, this shit is so funny. I'd read it though. I would.
I'd say yeah. I mean, there's great rap out there. That's why people say that rap is dying or his thing is just
It's
you got
never
just listen
dead.
to
You have to look. Mainstream stinks though. Yes.
Yeah.
Them niggas and bitches stink. Oh my god, they're garbage. All they do is talk about
Pink
spinning the
Steve was
block,
good.
shooting my ops, and then oh my coochie's wet. Like shut the fuck up. Oh my god, y'all garbage. So
Listen to Isaiah Rashad, the greatest rapper of all time, and if you disagree, you're wrong.
there it is. Shout out to Dreamville, the best record label. Them niggas actually like do well and eat. Unlike the OVO sweatshop. Shout out to Jid. Shout out to Bash. Shout out to Ka. Shout out to Omen, Ari Lennox, Lute, whatever how you say it, and whoever fuck I'm forgetting.
Like a grok, keep it a stop.
So yeah.
Shout out Ice Spice.
So, who fucking tweeted that to me? Yo, new Ice Spice drops. I'm like, shut. If you don't shut the fuck up talking to me, who the fuck tweeted that to me? David?
Not
Dave?
care.
I have yet to hear an Ice Spice song in its entirety. I really mean that. I've heard like a little TikTok or a clip here, but a whole song from start to finish, I refuse.
If you heard one, you heard them all, bro. Like, she's not.
I know you're not even a fart. I'm breaking their heart. Simpson to the bar. I don't know what the fuck she said after that, but yeah, like no, like shut the fuck up. But anywho, thank you guys for coming through. Y'all be safe. Actually, hold on, let me drop your Twitch in there. I'm gonna retweet it and put it in my Discord too. But yeah, you guys, hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna retweet it and put it in my Discord too. But I could hear myself why because I'm on my own screen. There you are. Got you. Yo.
A triple screen wonder.
Got you.
Oh shit.
Yo. You said I only watch music videos. I'm not torturing myself. I felt that. That's me with like Megan shit and like Cardi B. Like you think I only watch music videos. I'm not torturing myself. I felt that. That's me. You think I listened to a Cardi B song without the music video? You got me fucked up. Shake your ass. All right, y'all be safe. Yeah.